when you add them, they can see your chat.
I have no idea. I think it's still glitchy, to be honest with you. Triple one.
Audio quality, speed, search, report, full title, show options, captions. Okay, now.
I mean, I think that is the solution.
I'm looking for it. I'm checking each profile to see which one have done it.
Block them one by one, and we'll tell you if it's.
The people that have viewed it, they're people like my occasional followers, and they don't have a plus symbol next to it. So it's got to be somebody with a plus symbol, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the one that I'm seeing, I do see one profile, but it's with 5.
Yeah, that's interesting. Very interesting.
Stories, and it's not shaped by stories. What is affected by, because we talked about indoctrination and stories, and how we as human beings are shaped by stories and unshaped stories at the same time. But when I said we as human beings are shaped by stories, I was talking about the idea
that we're gonna figure it out.
Are you trying to catch a few rats, Alpha?
No, Adam posted the comedian profile, and it's a YouTube channel. He's the one that has the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's him. Are you questioning the YouTube channel?
I'm saying, how did Adam know it's this comedian guy?
Oh, go on. I went on it right now. He was watching it live and commenting to himself. And that's...
This is causing them serious problems, Dr. Australia.
Click on it.
You hear this shit?
Click on the YouTube
Yeah.
video?
Yeah.
I did. I heard it streaming.
Yeah. He's known. He used to come with his real account and stream.
Yeah, but he's not going ahead. He's not. You know what he recorded? He recorded himself talking to unemployment. And then, it was. I was in a room, and someone else was in a room, and he literally recorded himself speaking to unemployment.
I actually have him blocked, so he can't even view my profile.
You're not a well man.
You're not a well man. You guys sit here and talk about fucking terrorism all day long and supporting it.
He's so stupid. You clicked on my account. I got you.
He got me! He got me!
Fuck idiot you are, bro.
He got me!
What an idiot you are. You fucking
Oh, damn it, they're gonna block me.
Send it to me too.
Yeah. Love these people, bro.
Even if he knows my account, I mean, he's gonna have to block me, right?
You should have waited at least a few minutes before you fucking click on my profile.
I should have waited a few weeks. It's okay, I got more accounts coming. I can go anonymous anytime.
You send it to me?
Yeah, you can use it as well.
Fuck, they're all gonna block it.
Yeah, I want to block it, so... Hold on, I'll put it for you guys in the chat one second.
You know, as Shuki says, thanks for flying, Shuki.
What an idiot.
Thanks for flying Amir Airlines.
It's crazy.
Show profile. Here, I'll put it in the chat, like you guys can all block it. I I couldn't believe that he's just to put your clip on it. Just like
He busted me.
In other words, I have to be the pizza crab driver to tackle this problem.
What's happened to Netanyahu? Why is he
He went through prostate cancer and he lost his prostate.
He lost it. Okay, Amir, you don't lose your prostate. Do you even know where your prostate is? I'm sure you know where it is.
I know where it's at.
Okay,
It's
you
in
don't
his
lose
blood.
it. Can you lose your prostate, Amir?
He definitely did lose it.
I'm sure he knows where it is. It's been in the same place for 89 years or whatever.
Remember for another one. He came up. This guy.
You don't get two prostates Wednesday. What are you talking about?
Oh, we're not talking about that.
but what you can do is.
Did he waste all that money, bro? Unemployment doesn't give you a lot of money, bro. What are you doing? You're wasting all that money on Clubhouse just to be a weirdo?
Listen, I have been having issues. Okay, the government has been shut down, and I would appreciate it if you not talk about it.
She's not talking to you.
I know. I'm joking.
Talking about this guy.
No, that might not be him.
He has multiple.
He was trying it.
Well,
See, I put look at the profile in the chat. This is him recording the room.
the guy.
Yeah, he's so stupid, man.
Yep.
I fucked up.
Only people that are VIP like me and Alpha and Wednesday and Uzma and Morning and 111, we can only find out who it is if they click, they click on the profile, whatever.
If they were as stupid as he is.
You, sir, you, I think you're like an economic class. When you get in the airplane, we're actually flying in first class.
Oh, wait. Me? I'm in economy class?
Yeah, because it's free, remember?
Look how insulted I
Oh, look at you! Look at this! Arrogance! Arrogance is not arrogance is not just for the white man when they get money or when they get status. It's not. Look at this. $4.99 a month. Look how it changes a man. Look.
That word.
Yes.
What the people in first class don't realize is there's more people in the economy than there are first classers.
That's true. We could overrun them.
Exactly.
And we have more bathrooms.
Exactly.
You know?
Here,
But I have a point of contention.
I'm just kidding, Edward. Don't take it.
the next time
I know.
your warmed bread and your heated almonds and your metallic concrete, just remember.
Try that.
Okay. Shape has some deep-rooted issues about people that sit in first
He's done that, man. He's obviously thought about the book.
Ask me why I know all these subtle details.
Come on.
because he's been in first class.
Only Emirates, only on the A380.
Really? No, that would be very expensive. Come on, are you serious?
I'm not serious.
Amir trying the second one too.
Do you have your own shower?
Try that second account.
Yeah, they do.
You have it?
I did.
Well, why would you do that? That sounds like such a waste of money.
I got a free upgrade.
What makes you
Why is
so
it?
special?
Hold on. Edward, why the heck is it a waste of money?
What? First class in Emirates?
Yeah.
Edward,
I mean, I don't know, how much are they? Like $10,000 a
I'm
ticket?
not ashamed. I got a free upgrade. I'm not ashamed to say
You
it.
don't think that's a waste of money?
I sat there and Googled.
Have you heard of something called the residence?
Yeah, come on.
The residence? You mean,
Yeah.
you mean the development?
They don't have it anymore, but they used to.
The development.
Edward, you should.
No, it was a residence. There was a class on board,
Yes.
specifically the A380.
Oh.
Edward, you should not refer to me as shapeshifter.
No, I just think, having a shower, like, you could rent your own private jet for that kind of money.
Just for clarity, I did not pay for it.
No. I know. General had an issue with me saying, it's a waste of money. I don't know. I just think it's a waste.
Yeah, I personally think the service you would get on board compared to private jet is better on the commercial airlines.
Here's where it's not a waste of money, General. what I do when I fly. I fly economy plus when I go international, like to the West Bank, Palestine, and it gives you a seat that almost fully reclines. It gives you upgraded food, very good food. The seats are larger, and it's
You need to have your own suites.
right. But why would you need a suite if you can only be there for a
Because
few
I want
hours?
privacy on board. Like, I don't want to be screaming, shouting.
Oh,
Anyway, but you know what?
you fly first class.
No, you know what I have an issue with?
Yeah.
Is why is the first class and business class suites, why are they at the front of the plane? They should be at the back.
So that's for safety.
Yes, for safety.
Look at you. No, well, you know why? Because the back is bumpier. Because the back of the plane
You got my point straight away. So
I did. Yes. No, but I just don't see like business class. I've done business class. I paid $150 extra here in the States to each way to fly business class. I've done that. Yeah, it's easier. I could see that. But having a suite on an aircraft for $10,000 or more.
Yeah, I love, for example, if you have flown Qatar Q Suite, which is like a business class offering, it's a suite but in business.
How much are they? How much are they?
It's in pounds. It's about 4,000-5,000.
So about $6,000-7,000.
Yeah, dollars.
Yeah. Where are you going? I mean, or it even depends on how far you're going. I mean.
But generally, obviously, you'd fly. So it'll be for me. Usually, it's Gulf.
Yeah.
So Qatar, UAE.
I guess. I mean, if I'm a really multi-millionaire, like over $10 million, I would consider that. And if
decisions in an instant without even thinking.
But that was in the mid-1900s.
No, but you're talking about.
Hold on, I'm not done. I'm not finished. Now, you can get a master's degree with a basic IQ.
what's up?
So no, actually you're not. No, I was speaking.
I'm sorry. What's up?
So I can't use go to college means you're smart argument because I know that's not true. There's a lot of
But hold on. Let's not argue, man. Let's not argue like let's not argue, fellas.
What the?
An economic nation building.
We don't even know how to build roads. You're talking about nukes. This is the delusion we have.
That's basically the first thing I'm
Black cause. Always result
It is the Chinese that's who are building the roads in Africa. It is the Chinese who are building the road.
Asma, you think black people can't make roads? That's what you think?
We are not qualified. That is the problem. It is not that we change. We are not ready to do it.
Hang on real quick. No, but y'all can't take it.
Talking about the reality doesn't mean you hate your son. When your father is not responsible, he's not responsible. You say my father is not responsible. That doesn't mean you don't like him. But you criticize him based on his action.
Yourself based on you coming from him.
Since you're not
talking about your father, you're talking
You guys have to take some philosophical course to understand how to think deeply and know how to assess a situation. So you can be very
told you about yourself.
That reacts to insults and that.
Adix, I don't know how to pronounce that. GUADIX shares things on.
Ethics.
a very famous poet, and his mom is a infamous novelist. I actually read one of her books, the Granada trilogy, last year, and it was so influential. I got a tattoo based on that book. So, like, his whole family is just incredible people. Sorry? Yeah, he's from Andalus, that's right.
Yeah, I'd just like to warn everyone that at 11 o'clock Eastern Time, this room turns into a literotica room, and I wouldn't wish to offend anyone. There's going to be readings that are quite racy, so let it be said now.
It's 12:40 p.m. my time, so I don't know what time it is your time, but yeah, go nuts.
What happened to Sam? Did he like go on a 6 week? He's been binging on Clubhouse for like 6 weeks straight.
With a mouse? I do not like them, Sam. I do not like green eggs and ham. He's on a Sam-batical.
I'd like to just dedicate my poem to that special person, wherever you are. It's called Old Town Road.
Please don't read that. You'll make me fucking weep. You know that breaks my heart, knowing what's happened with our dear friend, M. We shall call him. I'm heartbroken.
I would like to be large ocean, so many fish. I got the horses in the back. Horse strap is attached. Hat is nice black. But the boots, that's black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in the valley. You ain't been up off that porch now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder, cheating on my baby. You can go and ask her. My life is a movie, but bull riding and boobies, cowboy hat from Gucci, Wrangler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Absolutely extraordinary. I also have a song for our dearly beloved here.
Go ahead.
And it goes like this. You can tell the world you never was my girl. You can bear my clothes up when I'm gone. Or you can tell your friends just what a fool I've been and laugh or joke about me on the phone. You can tell my arms go back to the farm. You can tell my feet to hit the floor. Or you can tell my lips to tell my fingertips they won't be reaching out for you no more. But don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think you'd understand. And if you tell my heart, my achy breaky heart, it might blow up and kill this man.
Oh my God, that was intense. Oh my God. Pastor, I really was talented.
That was extraordinary. Oh my God. Brother, I never knew you had it in you. Thank you. Now just a little taste of tonight's main course.
Oh my God, no.
It's not dirty.
No, it is. It's going to be like really inappropriate. Okay, fine, go ahead.
It's not. Don't stop it. Then you wouldn't do that, I stood next to Stacy at the counter, pretending to look at a chart with her, and put my hand on her hip. When she didn't object, I slid it down over her bum.
Stop.
Flimsy.
Now. Stop now. Now. No, I can't. I can't do it. I just can't do it.
Okay.
the only poem that I know. It says, human beings are members of a whole, in creation of one essence and soul. If one member is afflicted with pain, other members uneasy will remain. If you've no sympathy for human pain, the name of human you cannot retain.
And put me in the queue, moderators. I got a great poem I'll read you. Let me grab it 1 second.
Don't forget your turn coming soon after. First, get your phone ready.
Okay, this is called The Next Step for all Clown House users. Democracy daughters, ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equally frauds, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in. They are abortive births of the child, the new eon of Horus. Liberty stirs once more in the womb of time. Evolution makes its changes by anti-socialistic ways, aka the anonymous button here on Clubhouse. The abnormal man who foresees the trend of the times and adapts circumstance intelligently is laughed at, persecuted, kicked from thousands of clown house rooms, often destroyed by the herd. But he and his heirs, when the crisis comes, are survivors. Above us today hangs a danger never yet paralleled in history. We suppress the individual in more and more ways. We think in terms of the herd. War no longer kills soldiers, it kills all indiscriminately. Clown house rooms waste countless hours day after day for hundreds of people. Every new measure of the most democratic and autocratic governments is communistic in essence. It is always restriction. We are all treated as imbecile children here on Clown House. Dora, the Shops Acts, the motoring laws, Sunday suffocation, the Clown House censorship. They won't trust us to cross the roads at will. Fascism is like communism and dishonest into the bargain. The dictators suppress all art, literature, theater, music, news, live streaming of clown house rooms on YouTube that does not meet their requirements. Yet the world only moves by the light of genius. The herd will be destroyed in mass. The establishment of the law of anonymous here on Clown House is the only way to preserve individual liberty and to assure the future of the Clown House human race. In the words of the famous paradox of the Comte de Phoenix, the absolute rule of the Clown House state shall be a function of the absolute liberty of each individual Clown House will. All members of Clown House, all men and women are invited to cooperate with John in this great Clown House spam. I am complete.
Mother Earth is pregnant for the third time, for y'all have knocked her up. I have tasted the maggots in the mind of the universe, but I was not offended, for I knew I had to rise above it all, or drown in my own shit.
deep. I am moved.
That's what fucking doing. Song called Maggot Brain.
Have you heard my latest hit single? It's called Clubhouse Brain Rot.
No, please share it with
It goes a little. It goes a little something like this. That's called.
Doesn't work.
That's called Clubhouse Brain Rot.
Hold on. Dipshit, that doesn't work. It's a band limited audio signal we get, so that annoying sound is annoying to you, not us. We're not hearing.
Oh, look, it's Himothy. Hey, Himothy, I live streamed you across all my platforms earlier. It was wonderful.
What's up?
Well, here's the sound. It's not very.
Yeah, you made Dirt Dawkins, yeah.
What room?
He's in a room called Dirt Dawkins or something like that. I don't know.
Why would you go cook?
No, he's just a fucking bully retard who's only able to debate people if they like. He completely controls the conversation in the most like
When he has thoughts.
like he's like the most despicable like fucking bully. Like if you don't exactly answer in one word like for like expressions, then he will just mute you and like he's just like he's basically a bully psycho.
That's his shit.
Intelligibility.
Sam,
Can you cook pot or something?
What?
have you heard
I said, can you cook pot or is that your best?
Can I co-partner? I mean, I literally I called him a low IQ, incurious retard, and I was like pointing out why he's stupid.
Sam, have you ever heard Dirt Dawkins and I's argument on the Tom Rabbit channel?
No.
Celebrities.
Is he being like a stupid bully piece of shit like usual?
He like
Yes.
he chokes on the pepper. Remember
Dirt Dawkins.
Hey, Pepper.
I mean, he used to come on to great respect for me, Sam. When me and him direct, he was like, "Oh, you're the smartest atheist I've ever spoken to. You made me actually really reconsider my beliefs, my religious beliefs." And I like at the end of the day, because I was humble, of course, I was like, "Listen, I respect you highly as well. I feel like you bring a lot to this community." And that's how our conversation ended. So, and you see, when I discussed with him, he was very curious.
Wait, Himothy, did he ask you what your worldview is? And what is your worldview, Himothy?
Did he ask you or not?
I have a great conversation with him.
Here's the play-by-play conversation. He goes, "Are you an atheist?" And I go, "I assign a 10% probability that God exists." And he goes, "That's a category error." And I go, "No, it's not." And he goes, "Like, just like the number 3 can't be like blue." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about my confidence level." And he's like, "You ever heard of a category error? Like, banana, you can't be prime numbers." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm confident I am. So like, not in any way a category error."
This man is about to go head-to-head with his reclusive neighbor after both police officers who came to intervene got shot.
Where is he with it?
After receiving directions from the residents, the 2 officers located the target. Within less than a minute of arriving at the scene, the first officer was shot, followed by the second one while trying to cover his teammate. With all hell breaking loose, the man who called 911 is left with no other option but to confront the armed neighbor the same way. He empties a whole magazine into the reclusive neighbor's window, while others drag the injured officers to safety. The man stood his ground and held his position until other officers arrived at the scene for backup. This man is about to...
He would just like over and over, like just email the conversation, and then eventually he just got back to me calling him a low IQ incurious retard.
I used to get into it with him, and I would troll him like really badly on Discord, and like he
I love the way you guys think that you can just talk over.
You literally talk over me
every time.
Go ahead.
Thank you.
What you have to say is so important. Go ahead. I mean, you sound like a fucking chimp, dude. Like, I don't care.
Posted it in the chat.
Bro.
Dirt Dawkins.
But it's in the chat.
I mean, when it comes to him, like, we would get into it on Discord. You know, I started there before Clubhouse, and then he
Great book suggestion,
He has this weird, he has this pretty suppositionalist argument where it's like you're not gonna win.
No one in the world thinks you're smarter than Darth Tokens. No one on this fucking planet.
Okay, I know you're just a dummy.
I'm saying that,
I don't care. Like you're taking the personal steps.
I'm like, no, like, I think
Yeah, that'd be smarter. A fucking bucket of shit smarter than Darth Tokens.
there's literally no way that guy's smarter.
Okay, I mean,
Darth Tokens is
I'll joke, that's insane code.
Emily, why are you so mean?
No, like, Darth Tokens has been.
he just this timid
on the internet.
this timid guy or him, whatever the fuck this homo's name is, he just does not shut the fuck up.
We love Pepe. I love Pepe. He's
You can, yeah, he just does not shut up and he keeps on taking pop
You think,
shots.
Sam, unironically, you think this guy's something like Darth
I think
Tokens?
Darth Tokens is an actual retard, so yes. I think.
Alright, you need to, I want you to, well, no one knows who this dickhead is, but like.
Timotheus, aren't you just a spammer? And what are you going to talk about Pepe about?
Listen to this guy.
Okay, but you don't even. Okay, I have a lot more people know who I am than you. Like I would do these spaces all
Yeah,
the time.
Pepe is much more popular than you, Timotheus.
Let them listen to him for like a minute or two, and then ask the question.
I'm listening to you, and you're just a rumbling fucking retard. You let you hear yourself talk.
He is like, he does know a fair amount.
You're literally the token black dude. You does not shut the fuck up.
He's not just a token black dude, he's an English token black dude.
Sam, I think this John Plus guy is the comedian guy that's recording
He's like regular guys.
by the way.
Yes.
Oh my god, I'm live streaming rooms, my life has come to an end.
Yeah, now that this chip is done, trying to defend his ego for whatever fucking reason. No, like he's somebody that like even. Oh my god, shut the fuck up, you monkey! Like just shut up. I wasn't even addressing you. Just shut up.
Yeah, no. Why do you need to address me for me to speak?
Well, you're literally talking over me. It's fucking rude.
So maybe whoever did that.
I know because I know you can't help yourself. You have a primitive fucking brain. Just shut up. Now, when it comes to somebody like Darth Dawkins, he's literally somebody that he rubbed everybody the wrong way, whether they were actually religious, whether they were, didn't matter which side of the political aisle, but he has these very disingenuous debates with presuppositionalist arguments where you cannot, it's fruitless to even engage with this piece of shit. And there's another guy, I think he called himself Batman.
I'm gonna crank this motherfucker up.
Crazy guy. And he would, and watching like these two people, occasionally they would get into it in the same room.
Oh, look who's back, Abby! Hi, Abby, Eva! Abby, Eva must be really bored. Or the grocery store checking out clothes. Which one is it? Wow, this is an awesome room you found, Abby.
Reading out the diagnoses or the diagnostic criteria.
You're only anonymous in the room. You guys must have a lot of haters.
And what was really funny is that he said, okay, so I have a problem. I was born a certain way. Is that a reason to crucify me? And like he basically admitted it. Like he's just like a fucking he's a nutcase.
Here's my argument for why Darth Tokens is a fucking retard. Anyone who's so inflexible in their brain that they can only handle debates when everything is, all the concepts are defined the way they want to, and all the questions are the questions they want asked, and you can never sort of step inside anyone else's worldview, and can't sort of like have cognitive empathy to understand another person's like worldview and why they think what they think, and they have to like control the conversation. Just shows that they have an inflexible, small mind, and it's just obvious from everything he does that he's a very inflexible sort of simpleton.
He's not a simpleton. He's just like.
Yeah, absolutely is. Like, why would anyone act like that?
He's an online bully, like a narcissist. That like basically, it seems like the only he's someone's capable of like joy and satisfaction. But like, it just seems like his sole purpose or goal is to quote unquote shut the mouth of the unbeliever and just like humiliate theists. I guess I guess he's a sadist in that way. So
But him, the interesting thing about it is I get my rocks off for being smarter than people. I get my rocks off being smarter than me, but I don't need to like control the conversation, and I don't need to I can empathize with people's worldview. I don't need to like fucking
micromanage everything part of the conversation in order to
But it's now a
verbally one up with
You
your
shouldn't be comparing yourself to some 6-year-old living in his mother's basement.
Is that what Watson says in his books? Like says,
Yeah, shut them off with their unbeliever. But I think the reason the reason that like he's latched on to that stuff is because he's a sadist and and it's fun for him as like I don't think it's the case that he's sincerely influenced by them.
He's just a prick.
He thinks that's the way to truth or that's the way to proselytize. I think he's like, yeah, this is a really cool way of just being this like insane sadist on the
you're
I don't think it's actually dumb.
No, listen. If you have power in real life, you'll get your sadism off by like bullying your underlings. And if you're smart, you can go online and out debate people like Ethan does. But if you're a fucking simpleton who has neither power in real life nor smart enough to win full debates, then you'll fucking try to do what he does, which is like become mods and micromanage conversations. So like it's just evidence of like incompetence.
Yeah, I've seen because at one time he was live on video.
There's a spectrum, and you have like if you have Matt Adams, let's say like. Okay, clearly he's smarter than Matt Adams, like, you know what I'm saying? So, as a theorist...
Does Matt Adams do what he
Anything is smarter than Matt Adams.
No, he's just, like, smart. Look, I'm saying, look, when I say he's smarter than Pepe, obviously I think they're both, like, retarded by, like,
yeah, I think you're done.
Like, some kind of level of, like, respect, like, that you respect. But I'm saying, like, generally, relative to a lot of the atheists he debates, yeah, he is smarter than them, 100%. But, like, he's not, like, actually retarded. Pepe is actually retarded.
I don't know if you're cool with him saying the N-word with the hard R, but I moved in that gym room.
Don't call people the N-word in our rooms. It's fucking crazy.
If you're I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine with it.
Hey, Sam, what if Darth Dawkins' origin story is like Andrew? He started off like Andrew, and he was like
this is the end of it, yeah. This is the aftermath of it all.
This is what Darth Dawkins is going to be.
This is Andrew's future.
So they busted, you know, football, like Jewish football.
Yeah, I genuinely think that you're only gonna do the methods he employs if you're a simpleton. Like Matt Adams is not so much of a coward that he would stoop to having to do that in order to feel like he's winning debates.
He doesn't. It's a psychological reflex. Like he is a fucking powerful, like narcissist, sociopathic, sadist type. Like I don't think what you're seeing is necessarily a manifestation of his intelligence, or even truly an accurate reflection of it. I think what you're seeing more is just like this compulsion. But I just wanted to say quickly, if anyone watches football, whenever people call me the N-word out of frustration, I just feel like posting the Colo Toure "Don't Cry" meme.
When you say football, you mean soccer?
It's such an epic meme because he's like an African, you know, it's like a fucking African face. It's more funny. I don't know.
I'm assuming he's not saying that ironically. You're just saying it like literally, right?
He's upset because like he's fucking retarded.
No, you literally do not.
But he's just a fucking retard, right?
I just think, like, bro, I've spoken to you before. Like, you're a massive spastic. It's not based on like the conversations we've had.
I know, and you're fucking. I think you're fucking annoying, but you never shut your fucking mouth. You just keep on saying whatever.
What reasoning was? Because remember, you were like, "Oh,
when did you say? You never asked me what reasoning was.
You didn't know what reasoning was.
When did you ask me this? When? You said you didn't know me, and I don't know you.
Like comical, because then I was like, "Wait, how are you like?"
When did this happen?
Football, and you don't even know what football is. Like,
when did this happen?
A long time before your fucking memory, you know.
I don't recall this ever happening.
Oh, I do. But like that doesn't surprise me.
You just said several minutes ago that you don't know who I am.
I didn't say that.
But now, you did
like lie. It's like actually lie. So I'm saying you're like not only that you said that you don't know me and that you just heard me like as of like a couple days ago, and then now you're it's like a lie. Changing your tone. Lie. Amazing. So you're a massive spastic. These are the reasons why. I mean, all you do is talk. You hear yourself talk, and then you talk shit about anybody that will take up airspace. Like you're just weird. That's not true. Like I think based on what I've heard from all the people that participate thus far, you're the stupidest person in this room.
Okay, that's your subjective opinion, but who's taking up the more who's taking up the most airspace? It's literally you. Like that is a fact. Yeah, you're allowed to do that, but I mean, you don't think that that's indicative of somebody? What's really funny is you call Darth Dawkins a narcissist, but here I have you. Okay, you're literally somebody who wants to be the center of attention. You keep on making statements that you want it to somehow people to respond in a way that will validate your feelings and your fucking ego. It's really fucking weird. Responding in a real way. It's like this fascinating. Low.
Oh, this is weird. Everything is weird.
Actually, now you're mocking. Now it's mockery. Amazing.
This is weird. This is all crazy.
Well, can you tell me why you never stop running your fucking mouth? Why is that?
It's just like actually a 7-year-old, right? Yeah. My insult to you is that you've been speaking more than me. Why?
It's not me. It's like everybody else. And then I see that whenever somebody else ends up getting you see that they end up getting more airtime, you get frustrated. You end up basically reverting to calling them names and calling them stupid, like very juvenile shit. Because you want to be the center of attention. Like it's very stupid.
Why you here? Why you want attention?
You're not even funny, dude. You're on a stage where I can't correct you like I normally would. It's not my space. I'm going to be nice. Be a man. I can't be a man. I'm going to be just space. You made me fucking violate. No, that's all being stupid. Challenging somebody, okay, we're going to end up having to save you by kicking each of the audience. Like, that's why I'm stupid.
Okay.
I'm literally telling you, you're a midwit at best. You're somebody who loves hearing yourself talk. You think you have so much insight that you don't actually fucking care. I was listening to your dumbass talk about how it can't be inherently. You already are inherently different. You fucking dipshit. When I ended up asking you, what's your truth that there is an inherent difference between different groups of people, you literally just because it's literally you literally could not do it. But dipshits like you think you have the answers to everything. You're literally like a fucking social justice warrior. Like it's so fucking cringe. But you try to appear as like somehow reasonable. Like, but you're a fucking dipshit.
Optimize for violence.
Yeah, like what original thought do you even fucking have?
You showed me, I should say.
Tell me an original thought that you fucking have.
I want you to humiliate, try to attempt to humiliate me. So make me upset.
I've already given my critique of you.
But what's your best? No, that's just dumb. Like,
I'm not trying to exchange insults at this point. I'm literally telling you how I feel.
People, you want the attention of all those around you. You want.
Yeah, I said that. Like you just don't shut the fuck up.
Things to say. Okay, but what about the things that are gonna hurt my feelings? Why don't you try one of those again?
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm giving you an honest critique.
Last time out. What we got from you was just like,
What do you mean last time out, you fucking dipshit? I literally gave you my fucking critique. I gave you my fucking critique. No, you literally have nothing to say. You're just gonna go. You're just saying random fucking stupid shit.
So is that your best? Is that your best? Edward?
Me at my best? I was giving a fucking critique, you retard. This isn't a roasting session.
Is that your best?
This isn't my stage. Like, I would say a lot of nasty shit that I'm not gonna say, like, here.
It's not my stage either. Look, I'm over-talking you. You're over-talking me. We're both breaking rules. So let's see how far we can take it. So what else you got to say together?
Who's gonna be the first to get kicked? You know what the answer is, you fucking idiot.
You're subhuman. I think you're a disappointment to your mom. I think your mom would trade you for like any kind of
Okay.
any average smart black kid. I think if your mom can have some kind of smart, somewhat successful black kid, not some like 40-year-old loser who's on the internet anywhere trolling, I think she would. I think she's massively disappointed. Or if she's not, She likely is a racist whore like you. Okay, this is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what do you have to say?
Exactly. So, unlike you, I'm gonna give an honest critique, not one that where I'm gonna joke about your mom and you may disappoint me. What I do think is that you are a black person in England. Okay, you're not as intelligent or intellectual. You want to have these debates where you feel centered and important because in your mind, okay, your identity, okay, you have a very fragile sense of. I shut up for a little bit while you were talking. Obviously, you can't do it, but you have a very. I know you don't. Because you're a fucking monkey. Now you have a very fragile sense of self. Your identity. You want to feel smart. All right. And the reason why, and that's why you seek the validation, which comes through attention. That's why you're constantly having to give your advice. When you feel like when people don't want to listen to you, right? And you're not the one who's able to continually go back and forth. Okay, that means that somehow you take that as a slight, as in what you say is not the most intelligent. And somehow you're not the most interesting. You want to be that person. You're a sick individual. You're a fucking midwit at best. You're a fucking retard.
Stop. Like, what the heck is going on? I've never seen Pepe like this. Stop it.
Enough. It's boring.
Sam, can you please call Pepe an intellectual coward? Because he's so afraid of being moved to the audience that he won't say how he truly feels. Meanwhile, I'll say exactly how I feel about Pepe.
It was somebody begging him to move me to the audience. Like, literally, this is basically familiar to you.
Or alternatively,
you couldn't address anything I said because it's like largely fucking accurate. You fucking moron.
Potentially a really nice lady. If she's disowned you, she's a really nice lady. Okay, I apologize. Even conditionally insulting her. However, if she doesn't, she wouldn't trade you for the marginally smart black kid who still would technically be a retard, then she's a racist whore.
Can you tell me, why don't you make your own rules? You're not somebody who anybody's gonna find interesting. I'm just serious. You're literally a fucking vulture. You come into spaces. You literally come into spaces, any space, you can dominate the fucking airwaves. That's who you are. I've met so many people like you over the years. It's fucking pathetic.
You're a disappointment. So not only
no, you're a fucking disappointment. You're a low IQ fucking piece of shit.
Say how you really feel.
I just said it. You're a low IQ piece of shit. But once again, I want to hear the mid-wittery where you're going to sit here and continue to ask questions, continue to try to center yourself, so that you can validate that the fact that you maybe you're smart, maybe you're interesting, maybe you're a fucking piece of shit. This is what you are. You're literally somebody who's not much different from Darth Dawkins. That's the funny part.
I try my best. Now, please, you're not showing us your true power, your true form, your true power level.
I've been dunking on your dumb ass, and you literally are not able to say anything to rebut it.
What the fuck is going on in your life?
You've just been making stupid, fucking absurd comments.
Get moved down off the stage, worst case. Sam might even let it go.
You talked about my mom, you talked about a bunch of shit that you cannot prove, a bunch of retarded shit. That's all you can do. You called me subhuman, you called me, whatever. These are meaningless words. But I literally talked about you and your fucking behavior. You were not able to talk about my behavior in any way that is even close at all to the way I was able to describe how you fucking behave. Okay, literally, you can't you aren't able to offer any kind of rebuttal. You just end up.
Bird without a wing is useless.
So fucking tedious. What the fuck is wrong?
You can move me down, to be honest. I don't mind either way.
Yeah. Alright, well.
Look, in future, I am intentionally flagrantly breaking the law, and it kind of would have helped my case as well. Because, my point was to be brave. I was trying to teach Pepe how to be brave,
Yeah. Yeah, Mark,
you didn't say the N-word, Pepe. That's why you got me.
What do you think about the idea that existence is something that sort of depends on a substrate that you're in? there's not this like one notion of existence, but like you can exist in space, or you can exist in virtual reality, or you can exist in a mind, or you can exist in the way that whole universes exist, because the whole universe doesn't exist in the universe, and then you can exist in antimatter reality, and that like instead of existence being this like general sort of predicate, it's like a sort of relative to a substrate predicate, something like that.
I thought I affirmed this idea yesterday.
Did we talk about this? I apologize from the
I just said, yeah, that seems true and probably uncomfortable.
Well, I think most people want to say that there's just existence, and that the like
English and
all of these forms of existence are just mere existence. That there isn't like different kinds.
Well, what's controversial is that the other ways of
English and so
there's one way of existing that's privileged.
What like loser, like really?
But just colloquially, no one's going to have a problem with the idea of like talking about something existing in a video game or a movie. We're saying, the Death Star exists in the Star Wars universe as a shorthand for a bunch of other things that don't involve, anything like absolute descriptions of existence of the Death Star or anything sort of as metaphysically privileged.
But I think the way that, like, if Turok is right, Neil Turok, that there's an antimatter mirror universe, like, I think the guy existing there isn't existing in the way that I'm existing. Like, we're both existing, but we're doing something different.
Well, I mean, it seems like that guy is just as existent as you in the absolute sense. It's just that you're made of different stuff, have different properties. We don't want to say that, carbon exists in a fundamentally different way than oxygen. We just want to say they both exist to the same extent in the same sense. They just happen to have different physical properties.
And then what about the fact that whole universes might exist in some substrate, but they also like you don't really know what the metaverse is that whole universes are in, and that's like a different sense of existing, because like the universe isn't made out of. It's not located in the universe. It's not made out of fundamental particles. It's a different sort of thing. Like I want to say it exists differently than I exist.
You awaken the genie in Iron. You're entitled to 3 wishes. No more, no less. But you must know that 90 wishes cannot wish for light nor death. Cannot wish for flourishes. And once spoken, a wish cannot be undone, no matter what the consequences. Tell me the first wish.
I cannot think of a single thing I desire. I have everything I need. I seek nothing more than the happiness of all who set foot in my kingdom. You are in my kingdom, and yet you seem unhappy.
Life as a genie is not as magical as a man is.
So you wish to be free.
Not more than anything.
I wish you to be free.
And I truly is free.
You're the genie, you tell me.
There are 2 more wishes left in you. What will you do with that?
For my second wish, I wish to give my third and final wish to you.
And then
in my time, I have read
instead of that sort of saying that
I have seen them infinitely 1,001 times.
each of us is the existence of
That's why I will never
all this stuff else.
this wish.
You are a man of wisdom. Now tell me, what will you do with your freedom?
Find the one thing I've always desired.
I wondered also about the idea that maybe there could be things that neither exist nor don't exist, that it's a category or describe them. Exist or not existing. This might be just like our discarded idea. Like kind of this sexy and tempting. But there's the stuff that exists, and then there's the stuff that neither exists or doesn't exist. But maybe that's bullshit. I do wonder what those things.
I mean, I know I've talked to you about it before, but there's the famous idea of, I think, the 19th century philosopher Menon, Alexius or something Menon, where he had this idea of subsistence, which is this just fundamentally different kind of mode of existence.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to call it existence at all, but it's somehow like meaningful, like unicorns subsist even if they don't exist. But
dude, they're gonna go straight to the cops. Like, these gangs do not want that kind of attention or heat. They're not gonna do it.
Yo, answer the difficult question, man. No, ignore these coons. What is this gang culture? I'm curious what you.
Well, so
I didn't know what gang culture is. Let him finish making his point.
No, let y'all coons let him explain. Coon.
Nigga, you talking to a gang member, nigga. I already know.
Yeah, you still cool when you a gang member.
It's
It's cool.
motherfucker.
It's cool.
so generally, okay, gang
You
culture.
sellout, nigga. You think you ain't no sellout, nigga? Huh?
Okay, see, so gang culture.
Nigga, dick in your mouth. That's what the fuck you have in your mouth. We can
You still a sellout, nigga. You still a cool, nigga. Shut the fuck up. You a bully cool.
And Pepe just finished. Nigga, your mother's a faggot. How about that? Tell your mother get off the place. Say the sentence because I can word it back.
So I would say gang culture.
Your mother and everything possible.
Okay. We heard you. All right, come on.
Gang culture is going to be different according to which city you come from and oftentimes which race you're from and any given geographical location. It's going to change over time.
You just like motherfucker green bean. Y'all niggas telling on us.
But when it comes to Phoenix, our gang culture is a lot different from LA's gang culture, where you've had gangs.
There ain't no gang culture in Phoenix. LA niggas and Dago niggas moving out here. See how you just talking? And where your faggot ass at? Because I'm in Phoenix, nigga. Where you at, blood?
Right,
where you at? I'm South Phoenix, right? Where you at, nigga? Shoot the one. Where you? I'm here.
Scottsdale, bitch.
Yo, Mayor understand. Mayor real nigga.
Mike Munis.
Fire guy, he's a fucking coon, nigga.
Why you call me a coon, nigga? What the fuck you talking about?
Oh, my bad. Oh, whoever the other nigga was, my bad.
I wasn't muting anybody. I don't know who moved me down. But
no, I'm trying to figure out where you want to meet at right now. I'm in Phoenix right now. Where you want to meet, blood?
Oh, yeah, where in Phoenix are you?
Where you want to meet, nigga?
Where in Phoenix are you?
No.
Hey, I chill, bro. Don't be saying that. Okay, nigga.
Come on, bro. Nobody in this community will ever do that to us. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Who kicked you? Nobody kicked you.
I want to know where in Phoenix he's at because I don't want to.
Where you at in Phoenix? That's what we want, man.
Okay, because you're not in Phoenix.
Don't be corny. Y'all don't be corny, man. Bring the homie back up, man.
I mean, I'm on 19th Avenue, Bethany Home. Where are you?
Oh, you on Bethany? Okay.
Okay, where are you at?
Okay, I know where you at now.
Okay, your bitch ass can pull up. Go ahead, knock on that door with your little gun and do whatever. And if you have castle doctrine in the United States,
bro, like we don't need you meeting up with no.
We have castle doctrine. We have standard ground. Okay, your dumbass could try to do some dirt, and your dumbass will get shot, and the police will clean up the mess. I mean, that's if you want to play that game, you can go ahead and do it. It's not my fucking problem. It'll be your fucking problem. Obviously, you can't control yourself. You want to get into something as serious as a shooting, where even if you got the drop on me and killed me first, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison. Why? Okay, you dumbass motherfucker. And then, you dumbass motherfucker.
I asked you to catch a fade,
and then the last thing.
Catch a fade, nigga.
Catch a fade. You get. I'll fade your mom's fucking. I'll fade your mom's pussy, bitch. How about that? How does that fucking sound?
Like I said, little mama ain't trying to catch nobody fade. You shouldn't be talking about black politics because you's a bitch. All right, look. It's just gonna be us with the beams because y'all can't control. Hey, come on, stop drop. Why you drop mayor for? It's only these 4 beams up here. That's it. Only 4 beams. That's it. Why y'all drop mayor? That's 5. That's 20, man. Oh yeah, Don, like that. There's no abuse to the green. No, hold on. Yo, perfect. Don't make it equal. Don't make it equal for everybody.
Real G.
Sometimes one at a time so they can talk.
He ain't catching no phase with nobody. This nigga gonna call the police.
I'm not a G. I'm not a fucking hood booger retard like you people. I don't have to play by your fucking game.
You gotta call it hood booger.
Because you stupid motherfucker, I'm not black. Do you know what's really funny? Is the black gang just like in California. Just like in California.
Watch the mouth.
Okay, just like in California. Okay.
I'm trying to tell you all this nigga not
Just like in California, okay, for example, black gangs cannot control Hispanics, they're not going to control whites. They're not going to get whites or Hispanics to live by their fucking gang code. You fucking retard. If you're trying to get a square who's not involved with the gang, you can't lift them out. No, sinking free down. The tree will slow progress. You should go around. It has earned its place in these lands. Very good. You shall scream. You just said you would come surely you thirst. Come get my bitch ass. 19th Avenue, Bethany home, pussy.
Damn, Pepe goes so hard, man. He's a top G, dog.
Ain't nobody talking. You can talk all the shit I want, but you get to being talking like that, nigga, fuck you.
Yeah, but you know, he's accurately diagnosing the situation. Dr. Pepe, he's got a great instinct for detecting bullshit. See, that's my point. Nah, he's finished. He's ready to step up, take a leadership role. Pepe's ready for the big leagues. Don't forget, Pepe, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
What kind of shit you talk? You start dissing the whole race, nigga. You gotta go.
Yeah, he fucked up. Yeah, he fucked up.
But I had said that. I was trying to tell y'all about it. I been moved around this dude, bro. He's a bitch for real, bro.
But he ain't wrong.
Hey, little fuck boy. Hey, get these crackers up out this face.
Crackers? I ain't no saltine cracker.
You acting like what? Weirdos out of black conversations. Y'all stop adding these weirdos in black conversations.
Do you put saltine crackers on your chili, and is chili really a soup?
You don't even talk like that in real life. Cut it out, John.
That's not true. I talk like this. You hear my lips right now moving? This is the way I sound. You can't speech police me.
Yeah, man.
That's the way they try to make fun of black people.
That's not true, man. You projecting. I ain't trying to insult the whole race now.
I'm making my duty to go over where he had to the dispensary over there tomorrow. Practice and live in the black man. I'm gonna be in the neighborhood next to you working him out, blood. I'm making my duty to go over there tomorrow.
My name, Pepe.
These niggas be moving around in spaces with old boy, but I can't think of his name right now.
They regulars on that nigga stage.
I fuck with him though, he alright.
Pepe gonna fuck around and fucking hide from every black dude you see tomorrow.
Oh man, I'm saying they come on black platforms just to
now. I'm gonna get good now. That was like the best response I've ever heard to that question. And I basically, I share the same sentiment. You know, fuck my future generations. You know, they probably deserve whatever Phoenix has cooked up for them. You know.
That makes sense.
Thank you.
It's fair. I mean, you might as well just not have children at this point, just to spare them pain. They would be like negative utility.
No, I will have children to enrich my own life. Much like my rapper friend, who was my friend.
And they'll be good because you can they can start to pass on the karmic debt, so they'll have
Exactly. Shoulder the bird. My thoughts precisely. I feel like I'm kind of like Sam in that like I like, you know, running with these ideas by like my epistemic superiors and peers and having them like confirm them. So I think this was like really good. I appreciate this one. Thank you.
I just walked in a few minutes ago, and it was you. It was Pepe screaming. I didn't expect him to show up.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad, Sam. I'm sorry, bro. Look, I genuinely expect to be moderated. like it would have even kind of served my plan because like my plan was like if I get moved down, then he's got like no excuse when I come back up to say the N-word and stuff, you know. So I apologize to you. I do apologize for that, and I know I'm quite boisterous on your stages, so please feel free to moderate me. Also, I got mods, if you noticed, and I moved myself down because they didn't want these people to feel like they weren't welcome here.
Oh,
Makes sense.
Oh, cool. Oh.
I like the like. It's like I know we already like shared each other. Like you've shared your view on like why you don't really like this strategy or tactic, but it is kind of funny though. Like when you start a conversation with someone like wants to be an intellectual, and you're like, bro, I'm not talking to you. You're like a retarded racist. I'm like, me, you racist? No. It's like in a discussion. I don't want to listen to this guy's retard saying N-word, N-word, N-word.
I mean, you're doing like a favor. You're doing a favor. Like he's here for like infinite race horse training.
No, I do agree, but then like so I know that we're in these curated spaces where people at the very least there's going to be a TOS violation. So really what he wants is that kind of interaction in like a chillism kind of space. It's the same with Cynic. I'm on this new campaign of just like going into rooms and just like saying kind of provocative things to Cynic and then getting him kicked out. Because the reality is like, well, I mean, I don't know if Cynic is like an agent such that he has like intentions or anything. So maybe there's like it's completely a feat in that way. I don't know, but it seems like he kind of wants
make his content about things that he was not. I don't think that he's really into the drama anymore. So I guess he's trying to like burn bridges.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, what was this? I totally forgot.
Hello? 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 Oh, do it real quick. How's your week, first man up?
I don't think there's anything wrong with people crying, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with a man crying if he feel the need. But I'm just not a big time crier. Anyway.
Putting to us, it's like planting a tree. The tree doesn't think about growing; it happens, right? It's nurtured, it's watered, and it grows in a way. And if it's not, it grows another way. And if there's shade, it grows in a different way.
Yeah, but Alfonso, isn't that just, like wisdom on how we should live our own lives? When we're hungry, we eat. When we're tired, we sleep.
Yeah. Is that you, Adrian? Yeah.
Is that you, Carletta?
Thank you for letting me know who you are. It's his newest account.
I gotta say, this anonymous feature is actually a lot of fun because people know that I live stream, and so they're watching my live stream having a shitstorm.
All three of your followers, how awesome.
I know, but well, that's the point. Is why do people get paranoid or upset? You know, that 3 people are watching them on YouTube. I just don't understand it.
No one's paranoid or upset. You're just.
No, I'm not talking about you or this room. I'm talking about
Yeah, you know what?
What's up with this Clubhouse Plus, you guys? What's going on with that? What's going on?
Carlotta kicked me.
I'm gonna cut it at some point. My goal was to
Oh, because he's on my shit. Carlotta's talking his shit. Carlotta's on his shit talking about his trans.
Yeah, I should be there soon. I should be there by about August. So yeah, I'll be going there. I might do something. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to fucking dye it an insane color just because I'll like never do it again because I'll be way too old. But like I was thinking like white and then like dye my beard white and look like Zeus and then take a picture like Zeus and like fucking just shredded at like 10% body fat.
Just alive. This is not a safe space. I got my ass ragtag.
That's right, Salah. I'm part of
Right,
it.
right. Can you play something of us?
He was playing you earlier, Nagas, in his room.
What is he playing?
No, I'm not playing her specifically. I'm just restreaming rooms.
That's right. That's
Will you
right.
play me if you don't mind? I've never heard myself on
Well,
Clubhouse.
what do you mean? You and I have recorded poetry together.
Yeah, but that was rehearsed.
I'm your publicist or your publisher on YouTube. Like your videos have tens of thousands of views reading Aleister Crowley.
What? Are you serious?
Yeah, you're considered a Thelemite queen amongst Crowleyites.
What? Can you send me the video, please?
I'm just kidding, but yeah, I mean you got
Oh,
like
shut up.
you got like a couple hundred views.
Not bad. Did you really post it?
Yeah, I mean when you were reading Crowley, I was recording shorts on YouTube.
Nice, nice. Thank you.
I mean nobody, you know, it's not going around the world. It's not sensational, but I think it's pretty good. I think you have a very distinctive, you know, reading voice or voice.
You think?
Oh yeah, when you read, it sounds like you have chocolate in your mouth or something.
That's what does that even mean?
It means it sounds like you have like a laundry detergent ball in your mouth or something when you're talking.
Oh, you're so funny. I haven't come for hypnosis to your rooms. I think much needed comedian.
No, what you really need is to just delete the app, go to the gym, and be productive. This app is a horrific spam, death spiral.
Yeah, I came back. I had to get something done on here, and I am going. But I'm leaving. I'm going to Europe. I think I won't come back.
What are you gonna do there?
I just moved there.
Really, I was just dating this German chick who just moved back to Germany, and she was like, the last time I moved back to Germany, I cried out the whole way home on the flight.
Why?
She hates Germany, and she hates Germans.
I love Berlin.
She hates Berlin. She says it's a shithole.
It's not. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I like, going places, especially like dining at nightclubs. I'm sure Berlin has some awesome places and some super.
Oh my God, Berlin's nightlife is just beyond measure.
I think
Like they had a. Yeah, go
I
ahead.
think she's talking about like, I've seen videos of Berlin and it looks like, Paris. Like it looks like there's a lot of refugees and crime, but there's crime everywhere.
It depends where you live. Like when what was I telling you? So one of the clubs had rats in it, and it was like it was designed to be a shack. It was one of those expensive nightclubs. You had to go without shoes, and if you were a bit dressed, they actually send you back, no matter how much, like whether you paid for the ticket or not.
Cynic, how's your love life? I mean, you're here 40 hours a week, defending Gaza. I mean, apparently your love life must suffer. Did you just call me a K word? I'm reporting you. You're gonna have to get a new party house.
I just want to see if So's gonna kick me.
Yeah, I'm really. I'm literally consulting with Nagus about it right now.
Yeah, they're stupid.
He's just angry. He has to work repairing laptops all day long, defending Palestine. It's exhausting.
But it is very interesting to me how he can accommodate Zionists and she can sit with Zionists, but when it comes down to someone using a derogatory word against Zionists and murder.
That's just a Zionist talking point. That's just a Zionist talking point, cynic.
Between a Jewish person and a Zionist, you realize that, right, cynic?
That's just a Jewish Zionist talking point, Salah.
They're all Zionists.
They're all Zionists. That's just a Zionist talking point.
Don't know the difference. Of course I know the difference.
That's just a Zionist talking point. Yeah, I used to live in Los Angeles and I dated many beautiful Persian women in Terangeles. Unlike Cynic, who has never made love to a woman in his entire life.
Wouldn't be completely surprised if he was a virgin.
Cynic is just an anagram for incel.
Cynic, you like what you see? It's like two fives making fun of a 10. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah, right, Cynic.
Comedian, you're an ugly ass motherfucker.
It doesn't. Listen, I'm 6'3" and I'm bald, but I still know how to love a woman. Do you?
Love, yeah, your imagination.
No, I don't project, shit that doesn't exist in the real world all day long like you. I don't sit there and talk about Zionist talking points all day long and fly repairing laptops here on Clubhouse 50 hours a week.
See, your background, just like here, bro. You're just a cracker, man. That's all
Just a cracker and a K-word.
But at least he's married, so at least.
Who's married? He's married. Who told you he's
I'm married to Hishem, Rabbeinu Shalom, every Shabbos on the Shekhinah.
He's had to have sex with women, even if it was against his will. Yeah, it's pretty gay when you get on your knees for another guy, right? That's pretty gay.
Anti-Semitism, anti-homophobia. This guy is a cynic.
Have you been forced to have sex with a woman before?
You were forced to have sex with a woman?
We're talking about Islam. We're not so sure about
Cynic, what does Islam teach us about oral sex versus vaginal penetration sex? Because, I was dating this girl from Gaza, and she wanted me to go down on her. I'm just talking about the Fessenjun, ladies. Just relax. That's right. I stream myself. I'm a comedian. I'm going to make it big one day, and I'm going to come back and throw some shekels around the room. They kicked me. Why did they kick? Okay, so we're going to go in.
And I answered and said to the angel who called with me, what are these?
We're going to go in with our anonymous. We're going to go in with our anonymous. Oh, where are they? Where are they?
It's time to do the way of righteousness. So, yeah. I know who the fuck it is. I know him. This nigga pays for this shit. Yeah, I know him. That's the first time I see that, she really understand. That's how I prefer. I think I'm going to get rid of this bitch. I'm saying, you have my number. Send me your number or whatever you want me to. Discord. I couldn't find it. Well, I got your TikTok, so I mean. I don't have TikTok. No, I didn't know. I'm talking about those. Yeah. That could find your.
copy link. Hold on, let me put it. Let's do it.
What's on my phone? I don't have I have Discord on my tablet. I'm popping on this phone.
Yeah.
But who's on it?
Yeah, I sent it to you. I sent the link.
Oh yeah, I got that.
Nice. Yeah, at me. I assume all ADOS are federal agents.
Then just don't come on.
Like, that's my new thing. I assume all ADOS are anonymous or federal agents.
Yeah.
What do you think they're after? Like Islamic extremists, Jewish extremists?
Jewish extremists.
No,
or just like no offense, just pedophiles or something like that.
What do you know? What the fuck you say? No, like no. What the fuck? No, no, any of the pedophile. What?
No, but I'm saying like I don't mean. I'm sorry. I hate to say that word, but because I don't like saying that word, the P word.
I mean, pedophiles should die.
Pedophiles should get murdered. Should be killed.
No, but these anons, they're federal agents, hypothetically.
Yeah, they're feds.
But if they are, then well, I don't give a fuck. You know, it's
because they say you can pay to be one. So if I pay for to be one, will I be a federal agent also?
Well, you'd be anonymous. You'd be anon.
can't pay for shit.
Yeah, I'm not paying for this.
Yeah, I'm not paying for nothing.
But I'd love to see him. If it was my room, I totally would.
It is your room.
That gets the room.
Why?
So cynic, I mean, what are you gonna do with your life? Like 80 hours a week here isn't enough. I mean, do you have any bigger, goals or ambitions with your life? Is this it? Is this what your whole life has come down to? Just talking all the time here, freeing Palestine all the time.
Yeah, dude, hey, you're putting in a full-time job.
Yeah, it's a full-time job that you're doing here. At least CM plays music, DJs at big cool drug parties. What do, cynic? You repair laptops and you yell at Zionists on this app all day long.
I'm chill.
You're chilling.
Get some food.
You don't sound chill.
He repairs laptops, you said?
Yeah, actually, I got a couple laptops are broken. Can I send them to you? It's true. What's your real name, Cynic? It's just Michael, right?
Just Michael, right?
You were in the Navy, now you repair laptops and talk on Clownhouse all day long?
Bro, at least I'm not fucking sitting there with 20 fucking phones recording so I could get
You got 20 laptops! You gotta fix them! You don't have time for no burner accounts and making YouTube videos.
I sell laptops, I sell everything.
Well, I create YouTube videos. Who's the bigger loser, me or you?
In my room alone, I have laptops probably worth your bank account.
You got laptops worth my bank account.
Just in my room alone.
Has like 10 fucking phones going at the same time. There's 6 viewers.
I have over 20,000
That's
products.
not true. Every time I live stream Clownhouse now, I have 15,000 viewers on my. You know how many people are listening to Clownhouse through my YouTube? I swear to God, let me take the photo. I'll screenshot it.
Not that I need to brag to a loser like you.
Yeah, you don't have to brag to a loser like me, a K word, a cracker, as you put it.
You are.
I'm a K word cracker.
Sayla and Argus, you guys modded me.
You are absolutely.
Yeah, mod CM and kick Cynic.
Sam, you have been called to duty of and let's see.
Ah, shit. We back in the liquor store. Pepe, I gotta ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So that piece of shit Himotheus in the other room, I was wondering, like, you're kind of actually like him, but the opposite of him. But, you know, like, what I'm trying to say, is that, how do you describe a black Englishman, like, versus KP here? Like, what is the fundamental difference?
He's just so, like, he's somebody who, there's people, so there's people like me who were, like, bored. I never did social media bullshit until, like, you know, after the COVID. There's, like, people like him. It's somebody who is very insecure. He gets a sense of validation by basically being, the center of attention, and like he wants to, I don't know, I guess sounds smart and interesting.
Well, the reason I bring it up is that I was thinking, like, you might talk to 100 African Americans, and let's say 20% of them are hyper political about reparations, white structural racism, etc. 20% of them, maybe if it's that high. But the 80% of African Americans who don't engage in that type of political rhetoric, and they're just, you know, top dogs, like, to them, they know that shit is bullshit. Like, they're real men. It's not this.
Well, I mean, I don't use like okay, so whether you're on the left or the right, generally the people that are the most, people have the most extreme views are generally going to.
China is talking.
Yeah, I mean, they have like the audiences. They're the ones who really want to air out their grievances, and so like I don't look at them as like everyday black. Just like I don't look at like the white people on social media as the everyday white people. I mean, if you were to be like a white space, you would think.
Rappers, fucking white troll song that
Yeah, that was the gayest song ever with that black hip hop artist who, you know, did the country song. Cynic probably appreciated it. Hi, Dean. How are you? You're like the free Gaza Patrick Bateman of American Psychos, Dean. Dean, make sure you get some therapy. Go to the gym. Try not to be a sociopath like Cynic. Not everything is a Zionist talking point. Hello? You know, Dean, you don't call me a K word like Cynic, who actually uses the K-I-K-E word. It's pathetic, Cynic. Get a life, get a girlfriend, get a job, do something with your life. You can't repair laptops and talk on Clubhouse for the next 20 years. You'll never get a pension. Sorry, Cynic, that's just not the way Clubhouse works. There's no pension program here for talking 50 hours a week about freeing Gaza.
And you got an Israeli flag. You got red, white, and blue American. And I got an Israeli flag right next to it. This is a smaller flag. He's making a small flag. And you're a fucking Freemason. I mean, you're LARPing clearly. We all know they wouldn't fucking let you through the rank one.
Oh, you think Freemasons are this elite institution where they won't take anybody in who's intelligent and has money? Give me a fucking
Not at all. Did you not hear?
Oh, are you a Freemason, Cynic? Oh, you must know everything about the Masons.
Literally, there's a Masonic temple right across the street. You can come sign up.
Wow.
You're nothing but like you pay dues and you're
You're just a fucking gym member.
It's a fucking gym membership to read books with people and eat pizza and drink beer. What's the harm in that? It's like Clubhouse, but in the real world, as opposed to just being here 8 hours a week spamming and submitting propaganda to everyone.
He's been reading the Kabbalah.
Like Kabbalah.
2 years. 2 years of fucking.
2 years of reading Kabbalah.
But those are
That's not his type. That's what he said.
those are Rabani's comfort.
This shit is so funny. Oh, hi, Anonymous. Hi, Anonymous. Welcome to my room.
Just be like, hey, dude, look, I did this. Yeah, I fucked that bitch. Were you man enough to be able to do it? It was like, that's the weird thing. It's like you dumpster dive to prove how, like, masculine you are. Right?
Yes. And hogging was the thing, because when you get the rubber for the back,
Well, you
snort.
only do that.
No, you only do that if you're not dead.
Yeah,
After that, like, I had a similar upbringing where sometimes you had to take down a whatever.
it's gonna happen in every man's life.
Back in the days, half women used to be polite and easy, and you could use them as, you know, your condoms are.
Such a bag of cracker melt. And tell your wife that you're sitting in a cup chair tied up while I rail her with my big white dick. This is gonna happen. You can protest, but your wife is going to end up putting. You can talk, and then you tell them to get off. Yeah, I mean, your wife's gonna put the chastity device back on and put you in the doggy cage. Next time.
AKB. Anyway, but this, I'm not okay now after 10, 15 days. But hey, but now this body positive, body shaming crap happened, wokeism, and these fucking fat bitches have more attitude than those fucking supermodels, man.
No, man, that's just not true.
When I was in college, that was called attitude. Like, I know, I'm serious. Me and my friends, like, we had a word for it. Like, you would get like this one fat bitch that would be in I was never in fraternity because I think like being in a fraternity it makes you a faggot. But with that being said, when it comes to like,
it would make you a faggot.
but when it comes to like, you would get like this maybe like one fact.
Сообщения скинул, прочитать.
I think the Iranians are that radical, I'm not gonna lie. But they are very brainwashed, that's for sure. The Shiite Muslims are very brainwashed and are very, I mean, they're all brainwashed, but the Shiites are very organized. They're very organized and very uniform.
Very organized. Did you see the fucking fireworks they launched into Israel? They didn't do a fucking thing. Remember when Doomsday was about to happen and Iran launched hundreds of rockets into Israel? Fucking fireworks. That shit was garbage. It's like fucking, they took like a hot water tank and strapped a rocket to it and called it a fucking bomb. It was nothing. Pathetic. Israel and America is going to wipe their asses and drop a fucking bunker buster on their nuclear weapons research underground facility and blow it to fucking Shemayim. Then they're going to cry about it.
You sound so drunk. You okay?
No, I'm actually not drunk. But that's my drunk voice. That's my annoying, obnoxious, K-I-K-E Ashkenazi voice that I've been called a Zionist talking point peddler on this app.
No one's gonna bomb their nuclear facilities.
Bullshit. They're gonna bomb Iran. Bomb Iran.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna do that.
Dude, you don't understand. They're gonna do it. I'm surprised they didn't already do it. They fucked up and they should have done it a long time ago. They should have done it when George Bush was president.
George Bush literally enabled Iran by getting rid of Saddam. What are you talking about?
I know they should have. There's that story where General Wesley Clark came from the Pentagon and he says, "I just came back from a meeting and they said we're going to attack 8 countries, Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan." So Iran somehow escaped Iraq and Afghanistan's, assault, but Iran was on the chopping block. I don't know why. Probably the lobbyists in D.C. were able to pay the right people off and prevent a ground invasion. But they should have. They should have gone in there and they should have taken Tehran because thousands of U.S. soldiers died as a result of Iranian intelligence and giving IEDs to the Afghanis.
That's beautiful.
Hey, Midas. What's that guy's name in your PTR? Because I've seen his YouTube channel. What's that guy's name?
I thought he was your daddy.
You thought he was my daddy?
Oh, child. Oh, child. What's happening, Rabbi? How you doing, Midas? I'm doing good, man. How's it going with you? I'm doing amazing. I'm just studying, man.
Are you in control of your life yet, Midas? I've seen your rooms. I was like, should I click on that shit? Or can I really get control of my life by talking to Midas? I thought to myself for a second. I was like, nah, fuck no. Midas ain't got nothing intelligent to talk about.
Oh, Midas is actually very intelligent.
Really?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing. What God do you follow?
What God do I follow? I follow the God.
Name him.
God.
No, God is not. The word God is not a name.
Whoa, it's not a word?
No, that's the thing, right? He thinks he's funny, but he's very low IQ. So how's it going, Rabbi? I'm doing amazing.
You think you're funny, but you low IQ. You just projecting onto me. I'm a mirror.
Hey, Midas, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, man?
Doing good, brother Eton. How's it going with you, man?
Okay, thanks.
Eton is one of the better speakers, by the way, Jewish speakers. I salute you. That's right. That's right. He's a reasonable man.
Thank you, guys. That's nice.
But
What do you guys think about
Eton still owes his money, his brother some money, and he's only a product of Skokie.
Yeah, what your money?
What happened to your brother? Did you ever give him the money?
That money?
It was a long time ago at this point.
Yeah, we were Rabbi, you're a bit took me out last night, fucking Jew.
You a fucking nigga. I'm sorry, Midas. I always, not because he's black, but because he's mentally deficient.
You're a piece of shit, man.
Well, why can't you be like Midas?
Yeah, why can't you be like Midas?
Not me, nigga.
But why can't you be a smart, well-educated, decent black man?
Go suck a dick, man.
Dang.
That's just the truth.
So F word.
Wasn't the N-word more used for Jews when they first came to America? Because they were so stingy with their cash?
I don't know, man. These Jews run everything, so who gives a fuck?
Oh, but I'm not even a Jew.
Who are you, a sand nigga?
I am a sand nigger, yes.
Holy shit, you can diagnose quickly, Dr. F.
Sand nigger too.
Well, technically, like, if a Jew is from the Middle East, yeah, he is a sand nigger, yes, that is true.
I'm a sand nigger.
Wait, what are you? Eton, what is you? Are you in a rocket?
I'm a camel.
Well, they voted you out.
If I had a camel, I'd ride on it. You fucking Osama terrorist monkey.
Well, that's what Muhammad said, actually, that if a woman should always be obedient to her man, and if he tells her that he wants to fuck while they ride on a camel in public, she should do it. That's literally
Radical Islam.
Well, no, that's just voyeurism and exhibitionism.
Well, the most confusing day in Saudi Arabia is sex education and driver's ed. It's very hard on the camels.
What does Islam say about redheads?
Oh my god, you're obsessed with this woman.
I'm joking.
I don't know,
Don't get her back. Who cares?
It says that all redheads are actually African Americans.
No, Chinese, as I call the white people, they call them the red devil. They have red hair.
Eton, I think you should get back with the girl.
Islam doesn't say anything about red hair, it seems.
You done her.
Fuck y'all.
You can't get back with a girl because you ain't never, you're always with a girl.
Who don't you?
That's a very good question, actually. I think I lost interest, and I think she formally did the paperwork. Oh my God!
Well, you know what they say, A-Town. Find them, feed them, fuck them, and forget them.
Well, I'd rather fuck them without feeding them. Shut up.
How are things going in the 45th District, comedian? I miss Jefferson Park.
Yeah.
What?
It's fucking shootings down. I mean, things are good, you know. I can't complain.
I used to go there every day in the morning. I used to like change at the Jefferson Park train station there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it was a cool neighborhood. It was a nice Polish neighborhood, right?
Yeah, I love this neighborhood. The food options here are top notch.
I mean, yeah, you feel the warmth of the, I don't know what it is, the immigrant experience there. It's just,
man, I was downtown on Friday night. These fucking motherfuckers, they take these dirt bikes and they run the engines at max, and the whole city just echoes with these motorcycles. It's unfucking. If I was like a police superintendent or alderman, I'd be like, get a machine gun and just fucking kill them all.
Why would you want to infringe on somebody else's freedom of movement?
They're disturbing the peace at 1 a.m, revving their engines in a major city, and the echoes are bouncing off all the buildings. No one can sleep.
You have to understand, Mike, as those who are not in control of their own life, they feel the need to control other people's life, and in that, they see a form of power and stability.
There you go.
That's an absolute fact.
So this guy got scammed by George W. Bush, and he literally served. He didn't even go to fight, but he served. And then he realized.
Wait a second, who scammed who, Rabbi? Come on, I'm breathing over here.
Which part of the military is he?
He was military intelligence, so he was like light scam, but he was still scammed. I mean, he would admit it.
Danny's here.
Hi, Danny. Love the new PTR. It's the road to the beach.
Well, you get
Access.
Oh, I am handicapped. Did you find that out?
Danny, I love your second to last PTR with the shoes. You look like a clown in the bathroom.
Should I get rid of that one?
Yeah, you look like a clown.
Wait, which one do you hate?
The one that
PTR number 636.
Yeah, is that how many? I think there's a lot more than that.
the last three, the most recent three I don't like.
So you hate them? So let's see if I look like a cholo? A chulo?
Yeah. You do look cholo.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Holy shit.
Like a tranny?
No, the clowns. What are those people called? I can't remember. The cholos.
A pantomime?
No, that was fucking that crazy band where those people dress up and they go to the clown festivals in the summer. Yeah, you're one of the cholos. Yeah. Well, Chronica, you look like a clown too.
Yeah, it's just a pink hair.
I see so many women who look like they're on the verge of dying and their hair is dyed blue or pink and they're walking their dog and they're so fat. And I'm like, why don't these fat fucks like jog with the dog, power walk with the dog, and all their hair is colored? I swear to God, we live in clown world. When your mental health goes to shit, you start resembling a clown.
I don't get some shit, bunch of shit.
If I had a choice to be any clown, I probably want to be Ronald McDonald.
Yeah.
He gives me bad pedo vibes.
Do you know how much money Ronald McDonald from all those McDonald's commercials made?
That's what I'm talking about.
Probably not.
I'm loving it.
Ronald McDonald.
They're closing down all of these new McDonald's they opened. They're called like Cosmics or something like that. Cosmic McDonald's or whatever the fuck it is.
So we don't have that yet, but maybe we will.
No, they closed them down. They're not expanding them. I think because I don't know. It's different. It's a different quality. It was a higher quality McDonald's called McCosmics or something that McDonald's was opening up here and testing them. But I don't know. To me, McDonald's is just like it's really bad quality food. I mean,
it sucks. But you know what? When I'm intrigued by the whole story though.
I love it.
There's a great movie about the story. Do you guys see that?
Yeah, I love that movie.
The founder?
Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's great.
Mike Keaton played the part really cool too.
Oh, I don't know any actors.
It's great. So, yeah, it's just amazing how he got out of his problem too. You remember how he got out of this problem?
You mean at the end?
What?
Talking about like how he bait and switched him at the end with the handshake, but wouldn't put it in the contract.
No, God forbid it was like the ruthlessness. What I was intrigued was when he was in the bank, okay, and he was like the guys who were in the bank were screaming at him, we're not giving you any more money, you owe us and this and whatever. Somebody on the side was listening to all this, and he pulls him off on the street. He goes, listen, you have to understand one thing. You made like so many, I don't know, branches within like such a short time, and you're not making money off of these burgers, but you're not in the burger business. What he made him figure out was he made him think outside of the box, which is brilliant. He said, you're in the real estate business. All you have to do is just sell them the property or rent the property to them, because you know that there are going to be thousands and thousands of McDonald's, and whether they make a 2% profit on their branch or a 5% profit, it's none of your business. Just as long as they're paying you rent. And that shifted everything for Ray Kroc.
Well, see, after that scene, he had a meeting with the McDonald's brothers, the brothers, and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing, Ray?" And he's like, "I started a new business." So that was when I was like, "Holy shit!" That's the amazing thing about business is if you partner with somebody, if there's not like some kind of exclusivity or something, you can just fucking clone it and be like, "I started another one." I mean.
Of course, there are agreements that say you cannot. My father threw one of his partners out of the jewelry business and said, you can't be in this business, in this area, in this region for the next 5 years or something like that. But actually, you have you ever been to the first McDonald's comedian?
Yeah, in Des Plaines. Yeah.
God, this is boring. Let's talk about butt sex.
Yeah,
What do you want to know?
Rabbi, what's your butt life? Rabbi, what's your butt sex life? What's fat life been like for you with your anal pleasures, Rabbi?
Oh, but you can check my Fat Life page. If you're interested, you can check my Fat Life page. I'm actually a big
So are you on Hinge and Bumble as well, or just Fat Life?
No, that's too boring.
Here's a question I heard for guys, okay? If you had a choice to take 1 inch or 2, let's say, from your height to add it to your dick, or the other way around, which one would you choose?
I don't know. I mean, I think I'm appropriately sized for my size, and if I was any bigger, I mean, based on my interactions, it's sufficient. So I don't think adding to it will add to the female pleasure.
Honestly, I'm 6'1", and I don't think being tall, I'm a martial artist, right? Like I do jujitsu. When you're tall, there's downsides to that. Like you're a lot easier to take down. There's a lot more risk when you have long legs. I envy the short guys that they stay low to the ground. They have really good center of gravity. They got really good wrestling. Honestly, I would shave 2 inches off my height.
Is your martial arts hobby and your interest in butt sex related?
And add it to your schlong, because that was the other part of the deal.
Bigger dick is what you're saying.
What is the average for a guy anyway?
Look,
4.5 to 5.5 inches.
Danny, don't you be worrying about my dick size. You're married.
Johnson. Since when does that stop anyway?
The average is 4.5 to 5.5.
No, I'm talking about vertical height.
Oh, 5, right?
Most guys,
Like 5'10".
most guys have shit cardio, which means that their blood isn't pumping through their body.
Yeah, wow, we better be going with this, sure.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue with dick size, because you want to grow your dick, work on your fucking cardio.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why there's Viagra.
Well, yeah, there's Viagra because people they're not in shape.
What would happen if you took Viagra though and got on a treadmill?
That's actually not true. Have you ever been to a sex party where you have to keep fucking for 4 hours?
Honestly, sick ass.
What do you call your show, Rabbi? The Aristocrats? It's a joke. It's a comedian's joke for comedians. It's called The Aristocrats. You should watch the movie. It's very funny. Meaning that you're so vulgar, at the end of it, the producer says, what do you call your act? And they say, The Aristocrats.
I'm telling you why people use Viagra. Because how can you keep a hard on for 4 hours?
Who would want to have sex for 4 hours? That seems like painful.
What? Because go to a sex party and figure out.
Well, like Eyes Wide Shut? I thought we told you never to talk about that party, Dr. Rabbi. We told you if you ever mentioned one word about that party to anybody here on Clown House, there would be serious repercussions.
Dude, I went to a sex party with Anne.
In Detroit? Was Kunta Kinte there?
She came to Canada. We went to a sex party.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we had the best pile. Like 15 people were watching.
Did you live stream it on Clown House?
No, you're not allowed to take photos or anything inside. Come on, comedian. You're twice my age. You should be the one teaching me.
I'm very vanilla. I've never had non-vanilla sex. I've never seen a non-vanilla party. Like, my whole life has been very generic.
But that's exactly it. That's why you get cucked. Because you're vanilla. Because I told you a million times, when a bird wants to drink from a pond and it finds it totally dry, it drink from another pond. That's exactly it.
I mean, you can only get cucked if you allow yourself to get cucked.
That's not true. If you can't please your woman, if you can't even, if you can't locate her G-spot, naturally someone else will.
That's not what. Okay.
Yeah, but 99% of orgasms.
That's not. Okay, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Another man fucking a woman because she's not being pleased. That's not what being a cuckold is.
Yeah, it is. It is if you know about it.
But Rabbi.
Okay, Dylan, you're assuming that he has to want for him to be a cuck.
But Rabbi, the point is 99% of orgasms don't happen on the G-spot. They happen on the clitoris.
Yeah.
You admitted to getting ass once every 3 months.
That's not what being a cuck is. That's just a woman not being faithful.
Dylan, what are your anal experiences?
Excuse me?
What
You know about it and think back, that's cuck.
Let me think about that.
Veronica was with a cuck. His name is Jason.
No, I'm thinking about that. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Just about it.
Yakov is here.
You know about it, you're technically a cuck.
Yakov.
Are you back with Jason?
Yes.
Oh my God, where's the cuck? I want them to talk to him.
No, you're wrong. He'll flip out if he hears you.
You actually have a cuck boyfriend?
He doesn't like to acknowledge it.
But he is a cuck.
Yuck.
Pretty much. I
Yuck.
guess.
The cuck is yuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, he goes wild when he hears my voice because I call him out for being a cuck every damn time.
Damn. Is Dylan
That's
so?
why I sometimes let him do it because it makes me feel good because I can't say that.
What? Chronica became homeless because of me once.
Yep.
Really? What was it like living on the streets?
Are you proud of that, Randy? Yes, fuck yes. Holy fuck, of course.
Dude is here. Look out. Dude might get angry.
Jakob, feel true when I can get people kicked
homes without even being there. Sure.
Yakov, what's that in your PTR?
What'd you say, Adrian?
Yakov, what's that in your PTR?
Like, trying to figure out how to kick you out of his room before.
Oh, that was so funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he said, "Who is this guy, Yakov? Who is this guy?" Like, I don't know.
They were watching my YouTube live stream, like panicking, like, how do you kick somebody with the
You could
anon?
have just gone to your other room in the hallway.
I know, it's so stupid. I'm dealing with like geriatrics over here. I want to be a geriatric too, though, one day. So.
Anyways, comedian, I gave you my steps, my 5-step program. You should work with it. Why are you ignoring it?
What are the 5 steps again?
Geriatric?
No, he's talking about love life.
Well, because he admitted that he gets asked once every 3 months, and I told him if you follow my 5-step program, you'll be getting more ass than a toilet.
So what is the 5-step program again?
I telegrammed it to you.
I don't have Telegram.
Make $100 million. Step 1.
Yeah, I agree. I was recently paying.
I would say the more commas in your net worth, the easier it is to get.
You know that's a yod. That's a yod basically.
What?
I'm giving it to him for free. I mean, people usually would pay for it. It's actually a very good 5-step program.
That's a Zionist talking point, Yakov.
He actually even got the math wrong. I had to explain the math to him.
To who are you talking about? El Normo?
No, to Amir.
Oh.
So I'm saying 6.5% of the land that was allocated to Jews was actually purchased. Turns out it's 11% because the denominator he's dividing by is all of the land, including Georgia.
Yakov, he's blind.
Well, who cares about Amir? Turns out that apparently El Normo got lynched today. Or yesterday.
Yeah, I live streamed that room and people were commenting in the chat about that.
What happened?
I didn't hear it. I walked out, but you know, El Normo is a fierce lion of Judah, and you know he's unstoppable. No one can defeat him.
Well, that's because no one can defeat him. He's wrong. But no, I'm not talking about his Amir situation. He got lynched in the Jewish rooms apparently.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, which one? Like Jeff's room? Because I would hardly call that like, you know, proper lynching.
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was just told by some birdie that El Normo got lynched. Because El Normo apparently he's been high on the radar right now. I mean, he's been beefing with Mixed. Like a few days ago.
Yeah, people don't like his position on, you know, victory through strength.
He doesn't even believe in that. He's a liberal.
That's not true. He believes that the hostages should be freed and justice should be metered out to those who are guilty.
Oh, do you guys actually believe anyone cares about the hostages? Do you really believe that?
Yeah, I recited all their names today and said a special prayer to Hashem, all 58 names. Let me change my PTR. I swear to God.
You know, if you
My mom does it every day, Rabbi. See, you don't understand the Jewish psyche.
Oh man, if you personally, comedian, if you pray for their release, they will never be released. I can tell you that. You personally.
PTR, let's do it right now. I'll say all their names right now. Let's do it.
So you guys aren't even joking.
Alon Ohel,
Yeah.
Ariel Cunha, Avi Natan Or, Bar Cooperstein, Bipin Joshi, David Cunha, Eitan Horn, Eitan Moore, Elkanah Bobat, Avatar David. See, these are real people sitting in somebody's kitchen in Gaza, and they're wondering, like, when they pass out the aid and it looks like Dune World, and they're wondering, like, why aren't the IDF coming to save me? Like, what are they waiting for? Like, come to this kitchen in Mrs. Mahmoud Abbas's fucking aunt's house and free me from this fucking horrible fucking diet over here. I kept kosher before all this. Now I gotta eat fucking goat and USAID rice?
Oh boy.
I mean, if it was up to me, would I rather live in somebody's kitchen and eat their mensive? Or would I rather, a fucking Patriot drone bomb comes by and takes them all out and like some IDF hero swoops in and brings me to Tel Aviv to go to Kuli Alma? I mean, that's just me. I want to go to Kuli Alma for Shabbos.
Oh, man, I want to be in my time.
I'll go with you.
Let's go to Kuli Alma and party in the small room.
Okay, how many rooms are there? You'll tell me the last
At Kuli Alma, there's like a ton of rooms.
How many?
Yeah, no, you're the first woman to say that you would go with comedian anyway.
I'll just be there. You can be there too.
Yeah, we don't have to go as a date. We just want to go party at Kuli Alma.
Yeah, but usually, I mean, you know more than I do. They all
Fee now is crazy. It's like, I think it's 80 shekels.
Ugh, it's so annoying leaving Kuli Alma at 4 a.m. and trying to get, fake Ubers they have in Israel.
No one does that anymore. You just scooter home.
Oh.
That's right.
So how's...
Scooter?
Yeah, I can scooter. I'm good at scootering.
Elle, who are you?
She's Benjamin. She's Benjamin Netanyahu's niece, and all she does is make Zionist talking points.
Yeah, that is true. I love Elle. She's a good girl, but as I said, she's like hardcore brainwashed. But she's a Jew, so that's like normal. I accept her.
I'm just proud.
Oh, proud of the pride is a sin. Do you live near Dizengoff? But I accept you, Boo Boo. I wouldn't tell you to change or anything, but I will always call you out for all the
No, I don't.
What do you say? You say I don't.
He asked where I live.
Who asked where you live?
Selfie.
Requit.
Mirror selfie.
I have no fucking clue what you're saying.
Requit asked her if she lives on Visigoth Street in Tel Aviv.
Requit in the U.S. See, that's what I've been saying. Public schooling in America is like the worst I've ever seen in my entire life.
You have no idea how bad it is.
No, but not you. They don't know how to say requit.
I went to private school.
You're even mispronouncing it. What? Turns out that private schools are even worse than public ones in America. Shit. I don't mind. Do you have like Kleenex stuffed up your nostrils?
No, that's the way he sounds.
How to pronounce it as a requiem? If you pull up the profile, you'll see from connotation or from context the proper pronunciation.
Requit, your hair isn't really kosher.
Yeah, Requit, what's going on with your hair there, bro? Do you have hair plugs?
It's not kosher.
No, I just got a really weird haircut. Would you get a fade on the sides? Yeah. Oh, wow, man. We're gonna gotta clean that mirror up a little bit, though. Yeah.
And polish the glasses. I can see some smudge.
Sneezed on it, or is that? No, it's toothpaste. Toothpaste. Oh my
Oh
god.
my
You
gosh.
have like a machine that like brushes your teeth and just.
Yeah,
spits
it's
flying
called
everywhere.
Windex. Yeah, and when you floss and you get all that chicken meats flying out all over the glass, you gotta clean it, Requit.
No, I wanted it to be like a very raw photo.
Interesting.
More than raw.
Requit, what you gotta do is go to a fancy bathroom in a fancy restaurant and just take a selfie there by the toilet. That's what all the girls do. Yeah. Why do girls do that? I don't understand.
Why all women always go in pairs? Like, what's that? Is there some amazing thing going on in the women's room?
Yeah, free shit. It's called free shit.
Lesbian sex.
No, it's called tag teaming people for free shit. I see it all the time here at restaurants.
What they do is exactly this. They go there to gossip and they go there to take selfies, and that's basically what it is.
Yeah, and men indulge them. Or they go by themselves on somebody else's credit card. Some men have so much money. It's unbelievable.
I have this notion that the women's room is like Shangri-La. Like you walk in and there's like people like giving them manicures and there's like a wine bar. And
That's exactly like the girls' room portion of that show on Nickelodeon. What was it?
Susan from memory, or my imagination, I should say. I've never seen it.
No, wait. So that's like the girls' room from the Nickelodeon show for those
Yeah.
under 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, double that.
Teletubbies.
The Amanda show.
Amanda show. With
Yeah.
Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, they had a whole section called the girls' room, and they like did all of that stuff in the girls' room together.
See, I knew. See, I could be a television writer.
You could be.
When my wife and I are watching movies, I can come up with the lines that are coming next. Almost to the point where it annoys the crap out of her. I said, I could write
Oh my
this shit.
gosh, you actually talk while you're watching shit?
Nickelodeon documentary?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Spam.
Nicholas?
I don't know, but it was about how like Amanda Bynes and every other part of their talent was abused on set, off set.
By the parents, by the directors,
everyone, parents, crew, writers.
I think that's a form of child abuse to get your 5-year-old to ditch school and instead of being in kindergarten, they're saying, "What you talking about, Willis?"
You know, I used to call myself out of high school. I would leave a voicemail with my dean and say, "Hi, this is Mr. Kitover. John, unfortunately, today is a dental appointment at 1 p.m., so he won't be coming into school today. Call me back at 847 if you have any questions. Thank you. Have a great day."
Docs, Northern Chicago.
847. Oh yeah, it worked. And then one day the dean, after doing it for like a couple months, she calls me and she goes, "John, sit down." I said, "Yes. Am I in trouble?" And she goes, "Let me play you a voicemail." And it's me calling myself out of school, and I couldn't stop laughing. And she says, "This is not funny. You have an in-day Saturday, suspension." And I was like, "Oh fuck."
You say, "I'm a Shabbos."
I should have. That would have been funny.
I mean, if you were thinking about your Jewish heritage.
I didn't have much Jewish education happening in high school. I was just, going to high school.
Oh, you're a late bloomer?
Yeah, I did birthright when I was a freshman in college. I came back, and the chaplain at the college, he says, "I heard you did a birthright trip to Israel." I said, "I did, chaplain." He says, "But you're not Jewish. You lied on the application." I said, "Well, my father's Jewish, my mother's Goyish." And I said, "And by the way, chaplain, this is America. I can be a Muslim on a Thursday, a Jew on a Friday, and a Christian on a Sunday." And he said, "Get the fuck out of my office."
Wait, birthright takes patrilineal Jews?
I lied and said my mom was Jewish on the application.
Oh, they don't have detectives comb all over the...
No, there's no detectives at birthright.
Yeah, but you have the master files.
Well, so we went to Masada, and this big fat blonde chick who later disclosed to everybody that she was a patrilineal Jew. So many people were freaking out on the birthright trip that she was a patrilineal Jew, and she didn't disclose it. And she got shunned, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not saying shit. I'm not going to stick up for her. I'm not going to out myself."
If you tell me what year I have the email addresses of everyone who went on your trip. I can do it retrospectively.
2001.
2001. Okay, hold on. Did you go in June, July, or August?
I don't know, probably July, and it was called.
Okay, July. Did you leave out of Newark or out of JFK?
Actually, I think we left out of Los Angeles, maybe.
Santos. Hold on. That's going to take a little while longer to find.
Oh, maybe it was JFK. Maybe. I can't remember. I feel like it was LA. But I know the name of the organization that sponsored our birthright trip. It was called Shorashim.
It still existed back in the day?
Yeah. And ours was about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. So we met with an Israeli general who gave us a lecture about the Cold War with Egypt. Well, we had a lot of it. We had Palestinians meeting with us who said, in a whisper, if they knew that I was meeting with you, they would kill me. I'm serious.
And then you had another one said, if they know, they would throw me off the bridge.
We ditched the program one night, this girl and I, and we went to King David Citadel Hotel in Jerusalem. And Yeah, we had a great dinner, and then they roped us in the lobby, and we joined somebody's wedding, and we actually went to the reception afterwards, partied and drank and ate at the guest table. And I didn't speak any Hebrew, and we're in their wedding videos dancing with the bride and groom. And so we get back to the
You didn't have like fancy clothes, like
I know. I was literally wearing I was wearing a tank top at the wedding. How fucking gross was that? And so we go back to the birthright, the hotel that they put us in, and our counselors are waiting for us, and they're like, "Where did you go?" And I was like, "Oh, we went to King David Citadel Hotel. We crashed a wedding." They're like, "We thought you kidnapped Daniela." I was like, "Kidnapped Daniela?" They're like,
was Daniela the patrilineal too?
No, she's full Jewish. She's like Israeli. She was on the trip with us. She was just my date for the night. And so, anyways, they said that they were sending me home immediately. So the next day, or even that evening, I apologized profusely. And then they're like, "Okay, you can stay on the trip."
You should have just said, "Isn't Judaism about redemption?" Like,
They were so angry with me, but at the same time, I think it would have been more trouble to send me home because that means they would have had to escort me to the airport, make sure I had the ticket.
We gotta take it to Tel Aviv.
Yeah, I was like, if you guys want to kick me off the trip, kick me off the trip. I'm
I'll
like,
go by myself.
yeah, I was like, I'll just go enjoy Israel the rest of my, I'll stay here forever. I mean, I had a lot of money then. I was like, shit, I should have just left the trip. But it was fun. We had a great time.
So, Alice, what's doing with you? Everyone's falling asleep. You and Randy fell asleep.
I'm studying.
I'm studying. What?
Yeah,
for your
right.
CFA?
That's right.
That's right.
You can't study.
Have you, is Black Scholes in there?
Yeah, but that's more derivatives. I'm not there.
Have you
How's
taken?
option pricing?
Are you
It's
gonna?
funny you call, because I call it nigger shows. That's how I remember it. The fucking nigger shows phone.
Oh my god.
How do you want to remember? Look, I'm telling you, man, the CFA is pretty fucked up.
It's incredibly tough exam.
Isn't
The
it?
guy at the top of our class in business school had to take it twice.
Isn't it ridiculous though that a Series 7 broker who manages $1 billion in assets is going to make more than a CFA?
Series 7 is just not as good as grade. Usually they don't manage money.
What are you talking about? If you're a financial advisor at Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, etc., you have to have a Series 7 and 63.
So that was just for the traders.
No, those are financial advisors licenses. They trade on your behalf, but they're managing your assets and they're taking 1 to 1.5%. So if they got $1 billion under assets under management, which is only like one in every couple hundred.
Do you think the CFA is like doing trades for you?
No, they're managing the portfolio.
Yeah.
The CFA is not doing trading.
Why is it so complicated
okay,
though?
I thought he's saying. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. I thought you were saying something.
Doesn't matter. Why is the CFA test so difficult when what they do is no different than managing your own portfolio? I don't understand it.
Because, okay, see, if you knew anything virtual about CFA, you would never buy Walgreens and tell me to buy it right before it went down by 80%.
I like the cashew prices at Walgreens, Randy. I told you that's where I get my cashews at half the price.
So you got fucked with Walgreens.
That's why I like the stock. They sell great peanuts at a great price. That's all I buy at Walgreens is the peanuts.
Dude, all I had to do was go look into their financials, and that's such a horrible. And I told you, remember? I told you right then and there, that's the worst stock anyone could ever buy.
Yeah, just losing bleeding money. But let me see where it's at. Let's see where it's at. I bet you it's up. Let's see. WGN stock. Oh no. Let's see. It's at 1124, 9.7 $billion market cap. Look at the 6 month and year to date. It's back up. Let's look at a 5 year. Holy shit, it's way down on a 5 year.
I want to tell you guys, I bought a leap of call option.
Of what?
Open Door Technologies.
Really? Oh, that fucking company sucks.
Yeah, that's why I bought the bleep, because they're gonna refine it.
The horrible company, I'm gonna buy it.
Dude, it's at 69 cents, half a billion in market cap. If you look at the 5-year, it's dead, dude. This thing is not coming back. It's gonna just go to zero.
Did you hear my plan for the whole Bitcoin?
The Carvana real estate. What?
I'm asking Kumika, I think he was there, the whole Bitcoin MicroStrategy.
Yeah, I heard your rant.
Stop with the swing trading, comedian.
I don't trade anymore. I'm cashed out.
What do I think about what?
Not you, nigga. Oh my god, this guy.
Trading is just another job. I'd rather be here on Clownhouse just recording people all day doing nothing.
Trading
is that?
Make money.
Yeah, you make money at a job. What do you think? There's something special about trading? Like time doesn't equal money?
All the money I paid in a year in tax, income tax, I replenish with my trading.
Yeah. Well, okay, good for you.
That's something, right? No, I think trading is very important. Trading and investment, that's very important.
Just make sure you're trading within an IRA so that you don't pay taxes.
That's
yeah, nice. But in Canada, there's more than that. So we have like other accounts that are not, like it's like a normal account, but it's tax free. I don't pay capital gains. I never paid capital gains.
What do you trade in? Just a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, or what do you trade from? All of them? What do you trade in?
I traded in Robinhood.
I know, but how's your account set up?
That's how you know he's a newbie.
Is it just a traditional brokerage you have, or do you manage all of your different profile types in there?
I buy individual stocks, and I also have a E-Trade account from 20 years ago.
Oh, I bought a huge amount of stocks like a couple of years ago, like 500 different stocks, and
you should have doubled your money then.
Yeah, I did. But you know,
how would you buy 500 different stocks?
you know why? Because every time you own one share in one stock, they will always mail you those quarterly annual reports and the what's it, section or whatever the Schedule G is or whatever. And so like it's just crazy that they will spend so much money mailing you their annual reports. And so the postal employee woman, she's bringing like boxes of annual reports to my house. I'm like, I can't believe how much mail I'm able to generate by just owning one share. That's all it takes. I'm sure even if you have fractional.
You do know that that's part of your transaction fee, right?
Oh, I don't think so. The company pays for it, and they're required by the FTC.
Dude, that's the broker, man. That's not the company.
No shit. But I'm just telling you that. Well, no, the company actually, I believe, pays. Yeah, the company pays for those annual reports to be sent out to all their shareholders. It's a huge expense.
The annual reports to be made, and then and they have the obligation to do that as a publicly traded company, and then your broker has the obligation to give you that as a broker.
Yeah.
They're the ones who are paying.
Yep. But I just find it amazing. The other thing is, also in those annual reports, it gives you the entire executive staff. So if you want to just like look those people up on LinkedIn, it's like, holy shit, you have a huge intelligence network of all these people that work at every major corporation, and it's like right there in the paperwork. You just look them up.
And then what?
Then you build yourself a network of individuals that work in all these corporations on LinkedIn.
They don't talk to you.
They do. Because I'm Adrian Dittman.
That's Elon Musk.
I know. If you just Google Adrian Dittman, you'll see that like somebody named John Kitover is going around calling himself Adrian Dittman. He's not the real Adrian Dittman.
You know his mother's family's from Canada, and they're fascists.
Why do you think he's fascist?
I'm talking about his mother's family, why they went to Africa.
Oh, I see. Where do you live, Requit?
I live in New York.
Where, in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
You like Williamsburg or Greenpoint?
I like them both. both, but I prefer Greenpoint. It's quieter.
Yeah.
I'm an old man.
How old are you?
How old do you think?
38.
I just turned 43.
Oh, that's good. Did you think you'd ever make it to your 40s?
No.
If you could give your 20s self some advice, what would you say to yourself?
Good luck.
Don't do anything. Don't do anything.
Really? That's all you would tell yourself is good luck?
Yeah.
I would tell myself, buy more Bitcoin. Stop being a cock. Buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah, that could be like, yeah, that's Farmer's Almanac advice right there.
That's exactly the only advice you ever need.
Would Rabbi you like Back to the Future too?
I'm just saying, like, I've been in Bitcoin since 2015.
Reckwood, he doesn't even know what Back to the Future 2 is.
Of course I know Back to the Future 2.
You know Biff Tannen?
I know Back to the Future 1 have to.
So who's Biff?
No, that's what I mean. I forgot the names, man.
You can't forget Biff.
Yeah, you can't forget Biff Tannen.
No, but what I really want to do is make Aliyah.
Oh my
Do
gosh.
it. I did it.
How old were you when you did it?
20.
Okay, thanks.
Don't listen to her, Reckwood. You have to pay taxes when you go stay at the hotels in Tel Aviv.
Hold on, do you speak Hebrew?
Kind of. I can understand it, but not really speak it that well.
Oh, Josh, she sounds like an exam.
Are you going to Old Pond?
I mean, like, my free old pawn expired, so the only option is to pay for it, which I don't want to do, so I don't.
Real how about you start doing Shabbos and then think about Aliyah? How about
I do Shabbos. You can use electricity on Shabbos.
You should make Aliyah and actually go to old pawn. Don't quit.
Like Rabbi disciplined your ass.
Don't requite old pawn.
I mean, Reckwood, like, it could be pretty peaceful. I've thought about it, like, going to...
It's requite.
It's not Reckwood?
To make...
It's not Reckit.
It's Reckit. Like, Wreck-It Ralph. No, it's not peaceful. Like, Israel's a terrible place to
It's
move
not
to.
Reckit. It's requite.
No, all I'm saying is, like, what you're really going to be doing is if you do Aliyah or you go there to study in some yeshiva, like, it's just called reading books. Now, I know a lot of people nowadays don't know what reading books requires.
I'm a real rabbi. I went to...
Oh, you are a rabbi?
I went to seminary until I was 25.
Oh, my
I
gosh.
was learning Talmud for 12 hours a day from 14 years old.
Oh, my gosh.
No, in New Jersey.
Yeah, you still don't do
Where, in Cherry Hill?
What, Rabbi?
You don't even do Shabbos.
I did Shabbos for my whole life.
Studying Talmud for 12 hours a day since you were 14. How many tribes settled in the east of the Jordan? And what were they?
Manasseh, Gad, and half of Ephraim, maybe I have to check.
No, Manasseh. Fine. Manasseh isn't a tribe, it's a half tribe.
Yeah, they are.
No, it's half tribe.
Ephraim and Manasseh are both half tribes.
Correct.
Reuben, Gad, Manasseh.
If they don't have no Ephraim, you can't say.
Don't Reckwood, don't you know you're talking to a Hashemite? And if Hashem means anything, these are the people of Hashem.
My God, it's Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh. And
I have it right. And I have it open to Jewish.
Is that where the Reuben sandwich comes from?
Where was the tribe of Judah settled when it comes to the altar or the tabernacle? Was it to the north, south, east, or west?
To the north.
You're talking about the tabernacle of Shiloh?
I'm talking right when they were in the wilderness.
It's to the north, man.
I have no freaking clue, man.
East.
To the east. Ooh.
So you can take your 12 hours a day and shove it up your ass.
Oh, let me ask you a question. Which animal is used in making the tabernacle? What famous sea animal? A dolphin. What is the deal with a dolphin?
No,
What
it's
is-
a dolphin.
Yeah, why do they use a dolphin?
What's the difference between a whole burnt offering and a peace offering?
You mean Ola and Ashlama?
It doesn't matter how you say it. What is it? What's the difference? Offering.
And Ola is not eaten by, what's it called, anybody. It's all for God. And Ashlamam, they eat from the animal after it's...
The animal is always...
How old are you?
No, you're wrong. And Ola is completely...
The whole burnt offering.
I told you how old I am.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
She wasn't listening, Requit.
38?
With the whole burnt offering, what happens?
Yes, I'm 38. What?
With the whole burnt offering, no one eats it, you're right. But
I just guessed.
what does the priest get out of it? Because the priest usually eats from the korban.
He gets a calorie. He gets
The priest
calories.
usually eats the kidney, the... What's it called? The clubbing, which I think is the kidney. And the... What's it called? I told you, I haven't opened a Jewish book in 10 years. What do you want from me?
No, well, that is
I tried out.
I'm just telling you, you should come to my yeshiva. My yeshiva is a freaking, not only teshuva, but it's also aliyah.
He's so Jewish nowadays. Requit. So wait, when are you gonna get married? Because you could go do, Aliyah all you want, but what's the difference if you're not married? Or do you want to go there to get married? It's not gonna happen. You gotta make it work here now.
No, where the fuck is my fucking hole here in this side?
I have issues.
Who doesn't have issues? Have you ever dated a Jewish girl?
Yeah, and then I started dating non-Jews.
They keep showing up.
Oy vey. You know what the difference is between a Jewish girl and a non-Jewish girl?
What?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
Your kids won't be Jewish.
That's not true. Jewish.
Oh, really? I can't just tell my kids, hey, by the way, you're Jewish, kids, read this book. Congratulations, you won the lottery.
Well, who said that they were not being Jewish? I thought the bloodline of some father that they become Jew always from my mother is Jew.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
It's a beautiful tradition, but I gotta tell you, if your kids ask you, Mommy, Daddy, are we Jewish or are we Christian? And you give them a book and you're like, yeah, you are Jewish. Hey, read this book. They're like, we're Jewish now.
I don't know.
I'm just saying that's how kids work. You give them a book and you tell them to read it.
You're a comedian. You have kids?
Yeah, I got 3 billion of them in between my legs right now.
I would consider modern Jewish people not really same. That's the time, like. Alan, you hit 30 yet?
No.
How long have you lived there for?
Well, that would give away my age.
It's just like late 20s.
Okay. I don't really. If you haven't hit 30 yet, then I'm not really interested in your age.
She's actually 34.
See, Rec, what you need to do is just go stay at the...
I'm 34. I've been there for 14 years.
Rec,
Is that sarcastic?
No.
Rec,
You've been there 14 years and you don't speak Hebrew? What comedian?
I'm just telling you, don't do yeshiva. Just go on vacation. Go stay at the 180-degree hostel on Tel Aviv Beach. Jog every sunset, and you'll solve all your problems.
Sure.
There's no good Tel Aviv hostel on Tel Aviv Beach.
That's not true. You don't party on the rooftops at midnight with all the cute girls from all around the world?
Which hostel?
I told you. You're not listening. 180 degrees.
I don't think that exists.
Okay, I'll put it in the chat.
Do
Please
they have a
hold.
bar on the rooftop?
Yes.
I was there.
Yes. It's fucking awesome. I went to...
I've never heard of it, so.
I
Yeah.
don't like hostels.
You're not cool.
I'm way too bougie.
Okay, I'm going to get you the link because I had the time of my life at this hostel. Yep, it's still there. 180 degrees at Beachfront Boutique Hostel. It's fucking
I was
awesome.
there.
It is the...
It's probably expensive these days.
It's $67 a night.
It's not so bad.
It's nothing. That's the most amazing beach in the world.
Is it Fishman Beach? Freshman Beach?
Yeah, that's a good one too, but I'm just talking about like the whole strip as a whole. It's unbelievable. It makes the hotels in Jordan look like a joke.
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, the move-in pick. I've been there. It sucks compared to these hotels over in Tel Aviv.
Al, do you work American hours?
You know that, I'm not gonna talk. Doesn't matter. I know the Ozempic inside out, and it's horrible. The Marriott is also horrible. That's not where you want to go.
Where in Petra?
No,
Dead Sea.
Dead Sea. And you want to go to Kempinski?
Yeah,
or you wanna
Kempinski.
Go to Plaza? That's where you want.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Bereshat and Mitzvah?
No.
No, I would love to go there though.
Are they gonna build like
Rabbi, do you know the
someone asked you
house
guys
near Eilat? And like the Jordanian side of Eilat, what is it called?
Aqaba.
What's over there?
Aqaba.
I have a question later on.
Go to Talafel, which is right next to it. But it's been a while since I've been there. It's not very nice over there.
No, it's much nicer. But you have Kapitsky on your side.
Yeah, we have much better hotels.
So much better. Same with the Dead Sea. Dead Sea hotels in Israel suck.
Yeah, in Jordan we have the best hotels.
Horrible.
Oh, I will, I'll ducks later. I'll tell you, but I'm not gonna tell everybody in the room. Shit.
Randy, when was the last time you were in Israel?
I didn't go to Israel.
Randy, when was the last time you made love to a Jewish woman?
I'm not gonna tell you when, but
Randy, I moved to Israel once.
Jewish women keep showing up in my life somehow. I don't know how that happened.
It's because you cosplay a fucking rabbi on the social audio chit chat app. You're fucking manifesting destiny with your propaganda spam, you schmuck.
I don't know.
That is a valid point.
In my real life, like I never met a Jewish man.
Yeah, we know there's this thing called real life not using Clownhouse 80 hours a week. There's like this thing where people don't use Clownhouse.
In the real world, I meet zero Jewish men. But Jewish women.
Jewish men?
They just keep showing up. I'm like, you guys are 100% liars. Like, you're not 15 million for shit. You're much more. But, like, they just keep showing up, dude.
That's a you problem.
Well, they do want these nuts. I'm not gonna lie, except for one. But because she only does black men. But, like, yeah, the rest they do want these nuts.
Are you talking about Yao?
No, I never met Yael in real life, no.
Supposedly she's in love with like a Lebanese guy.
She just went to visit.
Not my type. I wish her the best, but she's not my type, no. I have a type, comedian.
What is your type?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh, you don't want to dox? You don't want to dox your type? I mean, are you an ass man or a tit man, a face man? Like, what kind of man?
Definitely ass man, but like, different girls are beautiful in different ways. So each girl can be beautiful. Like, what works for this girl doesn't necessarily work for that girl. But I can show you what I like, nigga.
Yeah, well, I mean, pretty face and fat ass. I don't understand. There's no debate here.
Not necessarily. It depends on how you define fat ass. Pretty face is definitely a prerequisite.
I'm not talking about like an obese fat ass. I'm talking about a bubble butt.
Like bubble butt. Okay, yeah, 100%. But I don't do like Kim Kardashian type of ass. I'm not into that. I know two girls like that. Just that should turn out.
Yeah, it's unmanageable. A nice bubble butt is what we're looking for.
Like her ass alone is like 40 kilos. It's not but don't get me wrong. But like that's about it.
Take the teeth out.
It is, but like punching her ass is like punching a blue eye.
She could be great man. This shit.
Oh my god.
She could be as old as my mother. Honestly, my mom's.
I'm not into that. I like cute girls. I don't like. Well, it depends again. Like different girls can be.
Especially you. He should
I
have.
Going great.
I like them passable. I don't like it if a bitch is tattooed all over her face or like shit like I don't do that stuff, you know.
Oh yeah, you see a lot of girls with tatted faces.
I like it to be a princess in the streets, a total whore in the sheets. Someone I can even take to a business meeting.
What is this, like the plot line to Pretty Lady or Pretty Woman with
What do you think about pantsuits?
They're ugly.
Yeah.
If you got a great ass, everything looks good.
It made me think of Hillary Clinton.
What about blazers?
Blazers?
Oh.
blazers are fine.
Depends, like show me.
Cute blazer.
But show me, because like that's very subjective. Like if you have a picture of it, like go Google something and then show us, and then I can tell you if I like it or not. Plus, I think the same again. Like it depends on the girl. What looks good on a girl does not necessarily look good on another girl. Depends on
like formal, like a non-formal.
what is the natural vibe that you give. You know, so that changes everything. You know that I'm in the fashion industry, right?
No.
No, I didn't know that.
You did or you didn't?
Didn't.
Oh.
I thought you worked in finance.
I used to be in finance, investment research.
You know, that's where Jeff Bezos started.
Yeah, I love investment research. I'm probably gonna do my own thing. Have my own investment research company.
You're gonna have like a newsletter.
No, right now I'm more into fashion.
Fashion.
Like you were Brunello Cucinelli less.
More Balenciaga.
Oh my gosh, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, we go. Trafficking little boys and
So
stuff.
trashy.
But hey, at least we make nice bags. Yes, we do sex traffic little boys, but we do have amazing bags.
Why did Kate Spade end her life?
What?
Kate Spade is cheap.
Wasn't she like in an abusive relationship or something with like her ex?
I don't know.
So Rekwood, what's your game plan? Like, you think you're ever gonna get laid?
Like in the future?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I get my libido back.
Oh, you lost it?
Such a weird conversation.
You lost your mojo?
Yeah, like a couple years ago.
Oh my god, that sucks. So you have erectile dysfunction?
No, it's libido that comes before erectile functioning.
Oh, well, good luck. Have you considered Togra as a viable option for curing yourself?
What?
Hi, Abiba. Hello.
Can you give me a message for Abby?
Oh no, it's this one. I thought you were dead.
Oh, bitch. Can you tell Abby that to get her pussy wet?
You want me to tell Abby to get her pussy wet?
Can you record this, please? Give her a message
Yeah.
and send this to her.
Hey, Abby, you hear that? Bussy said that she wants your pussy to. Wait, she is your pronoun, right?
Girl, I don't want her pussy.
No, I said, are.
That's all I say.
Oh, really?
Girl,
Yeah.
that's what you writing, girl. Like I said, I live rent-free, girl. But you know what? You can talk about me all you want. Because you know
Bussy, you're so funny. Bussy, you're so funny.
You're lucky I'm not there. Oh, man. I'll tell this girl. Oh, damn. I know, but it can. I was still dodging away from you, girl. I'm going to be the white supremacist queen of the ball now, girl. Shit.
Damn. You think you can steal Diogenes from her?
Girl, let's roofie up with Bill Cosby and it ain't all hard.
See, Rekwood, you think you got erectile dysfunction problems? Listen to this guy.
I mean, I don't. I got the mouth to make it up.
See, Rekwood, just when you thought things could get worse, they get worse. You meet.
knows who I am. Don't fuck with him.
You know Bussy? Rekwood, you know this guy?
She says I know them.
Excuse me?
They say that I know them.
That's what I thought.
I love that you have an Abby profile. I think that's hilarious.
So, Randy, why are you hanging out with the Nephites?
What the fuck are the Nephites?
Oh, it's not a Mormon club?
No, this is a Zionist talking point club.
Oh, you guys are converting Randy to Zionism?
What are you talking about? This guy's more Zionist than most Zionists.
At least I make money. I'm profitable. All these Yiddish guys like rely on fucking nepotism, dude. They're all losers.
What are you talking about? The average IQ is like 2 standard deviations above yours.
Good one, Rackwood. That is a good burn. I'm gonna remember that one. Abby, when was the last time you got your pussy eaten out and your clit sucked by a lover?
If you convert, you get automatic IQ upgrade.
Oh, really?
I don't believe Jews are smart. I've been dealing with you guys for so long, dude. I think you guys are dumb as a brick.
Yeah, but what you don't understand is people just are slow playing you. They're pretending to be dumb, and then
No, the
therefore.
theory is that Ashkenazis are smart, and then the other Jews are dumb. Okay, but Ashkenazis
That's not
are.
true, by the way.
Yes, it is. The rabbi, if you're going to rely on data, that's what it says. However, the Ashkenazis.
Vulcan's undefeated.
Rabbi, question, if you hear me.
What about Larry Fink? What about Stephen Schwarzman?
Yeah, that's for nepotism. I also would do amazing if I have nepotism going on.
I do think
you do. How are you driving that Maserati?
Yeah, Rabbi, you're sounding.
That's all. Does that mean that I'm doing that?
Rabbi, you're sounding awfully densely melanated at this very moment with your nepotism statements. Baby
I asked for
nepo.
the response to the Jews. Yeah, I have nothing against Jews in that sense. But the Jewish people are like the curse. They can go where the flow goes. Yeah, because in the Ottoman Empire, you guys were like very like high in the society. Yes, I remember. So.
Listen, Clown House polarizes and amplifies voices, and you think there's, like you heard Rabbi earlier say that he thinks there's way more than 12 million or 15 million. So the thing is, it's a you problem. He's amplifying it, and people on here amplify all the time. They just create a magnitude of Judaism all the time. It's like there's only one El Normo though. So you guys are so fucking wrong and stupid. I mean, it's all projection.
Comic Man, are you able to see Anonymous with your plus account?
Yeah, I see that Anonymous down there.
Are you able to see who they are in this?
No, you can't see who an anonymous person is, even if you have Anonymous.
What bullshit is that?
Well, it works in your favor. Like, there are rooms on here where they absolutely don't want me there live streaming the rooms because it's generally just hate-filled.
Why do you waste time live streaming?
Because I got a lot of time to waste. I don't understand. Like, what's the problem with live streaming? I'm live.
If you have a lot of time to waste, there's way more entertaining things you could be doing.
Really?
Dafyo me.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I read books, but listening, I realized the other day that if it was the end of the world and I only had like another hour left to spend, I would actually probably choose to talk to people. No, I'd probably choose talking to people over reading a book.
Talking to people here or in the world?
Both. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'd probably be in a bunker or something, so I'd be on, the internet as the nuclear weapons rain down upon all the major cities. And then I'd be live on YouTube and on Clown House, be like, "This is it, everybody. This is the end of the world. Tell us, what are you thinking? What are you feeling? What are you gonna do when you die?"
So did you ever go through an agnostic phase, or you always believed in Hashem?
I didn't even know the term Hashem, until I heard a rabbi, in Los Angeles talking about Hashem, named Rabbi Laser Brody. Huh?
David Wolpe?
Yeah, I've met him, but I'm talking about Rabbi Laser Brody from the Breslovers.
Yeah. I have a cousin who's a rabbi of a shtibel on Beverly Boulevard.
Oh, really? Temple Sinai, not Sinai Temple or whatever, that Rabbi Wolpe, like, he has all these converts, but he makes all the converts sit in the convert section. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you siloing these converts? It's like you're saying they're not Jews, but they are Jews, but they all have to sit together. It's stupid.
It's weird. So intellectual.
I would say it's like, it's reform. It's totally reform, yeah. I mean, it's not reform. It's like conservative reform, I guess. But it's not conservative, because a block away is the conservative.
Absolutely not, no.
Reku, what do you get out of it? Like when you Shabbos? Because I've never actually. I've only done a real Shabbos.
Oh, I
like
used to
once or
love
twice.
Shabbos. I used to love hosting meals, like 20 people on the Upper West Side. And
That's nice.
it was the best.
The only good thing about keeping Shabbat is playing board games, like an excuse for people to look at a board game and actually play it.
Talking about make a challah? This is a beautiful ceremony.
You can't make a challah on Shabbos.
Yes, you can. Yeah, I know, but you eat it.
No, you can play
No, that's not a benefit.
That's
You know, it's dangerous.
Oh, so how are your Tanya meetings going, Al?
Oh, I never went to one.
Lame.
So, are you like culturally engaged but not religiously engaged?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
It's boring.
Yeah, Judaism needs a reboot.
Why do you say
There
that?
There is a bunch of rebooting going on. There's neo-Hasidism. There's Jewish renewal.
What's neo-Hasidism?
I don't know where to start. Check out this show in the Five Towns called Ish Kodesh.
Are they connected to Aisha Torah?
No.
Aish is so problematic.
Why? You don't like
So
dance?
girls that did Aish and were like in classes about how to be a good wife.
You don't like Rabbi Yitz Jacobs?
I don't know the rabbi. Just know they have a good view on the rooftop. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Also, Orthodox is not so good.
So what? There's just schools to go learn. Everybody's got an opinion, but nobody reads any
Aish
books.
is like really
Handmaid's Tale.
has issues. There was like a whole thing a few years ago where they got in trouble with some parents.
Why? They're just trying to arrange marriages.
What was the bottom line outcome?
Nothing. Life moved on. Aish is still Aish.
Aish is a fire, Al. And what you need is a fire under your tuchus. You need the Shekhinah on Shabbos.
Reverend Matis Weinberg.
Oh, the fire should be in her tuchus.
It's true. Rabbi, I wanted to ask you a question. Do you think a woman only feels happy when a man is paying for everything?
No.
No? Because I've seen the glee on women's faces as they pay for everything.
Definitely helps.
A woman is happy when you can make her come.
I agree. But I've also seen them very happy while I'm paying for everything prior to the coming.
You see that Uber
or she's happy that you pay. She's happy that you won.
Oh, I see.
I
Yeah.
disagree with that. I'm happy when a guy pays for me.
Of course you are. And of course you're not going to have amazing sex every time you get laid.
She said what? She disagrees what?
I like when a guy pays. I think a guy should pay. I think it's nice to offer and pay like once for something small, like ice cream or like snacks or something small, but overall I think a guy should pay.
That means you don't want a boyfriend, you want a bank. You want both, basically. Three positive.
You really are Jewish,
No, I
Rabbi.
think when you're like deeper in a relationship with someone, then you can start splitting
Wait, can you
things.
look up this profile? I'm really weirded out by this profile. Son?
It would be the man should propose at least the first date, at least. Like you should be paying, and
The first few dates,
yeah,
I think it's nice to offer and to pay for something small
right. But the thing is,
in the
exactly.
beginning.
Well, but honestly, I'm not willing to pay like $300 on a first date. Fuck that shit. I'm not willing to do that because I don't even know you. Like the first date is for me to get to know you. Okay, so I would definitely pay, which I always did that, but it's not a huge sum.
Yeah, what if
Do you think I'm not gonna take her for dinner the first date? I don't think that's a smart choice.
What if you get 3 rounds of drinks on the first date? Who's paying?
No, I would pay for the whole thing. 3
Yeah,
rounds.
exactly.
Yeah, but if I'm not gonna take you to a steak and wine and dine you.
No, you get a drink.
Just go to a pizza parlor.
First date is a drink, and you get more rounds if you like the person, and then you pay. But if not, then you're just paying for someone else's drink. 2 drinks.
But but that's what I'm saying. You should pay, sure, but it shouldn't be.
His family
something
lives.
start with. use that, but in reality, like the first date is for me to get to know you. It's not for you to just free dinners, because a lot of girls try to do that. Like she doesn't want the guy. She just
No, and I don't know. I personally and none of my friends like to eat on a first date. No one wants to eat on a first date.
That's true.
a lot of women.
A lot of people are
On a first date eating?
Yes, because she doesn't want you. She just wants the date, but she just wants the dinner, for example.
No,
Yeah,
drink
that's the
sours.
sort of thing.
Drink.
A lot of people don't drink these days.
That's weird. It's hard to go on dates and not drink.
Well, she was addicted to alcohol, now she's sober, for example. But what do you do with that girl? I feel like in every social setting, like alcohol seems to be necessary.
Especially like in the early stages of dating.
Why?
Because it's less commitment to go get a drink. Or like go get a drink
Less
and then do
calories.
something. Like dinner is expensive. I mean, depends where you live.
Reckwood has ED, and so Reckwood, I mean, you know, have you ever fucked on a full stomach? Like, it's not
Well, you
comfortable.
don't want to take her because if she's a good girl, okay, like she would feel. Girls don't like dinner on a first date because then she'd feel like she owes you something. So the girl herself wouldn't be one.
No, I don't think so. I don't think people like eating. I don't eat on a first date.
Oh my god, you're all just a bunch of
I'm the
incels.
most self-conscious eater. I eat so fast.
Yeah, but the guy,
I need to work on it.
like, don't you think the guy is expecting something when he pays a lot?
No, because a lot of, I mean,
Yeah, expecting a second date.
No, expecting to clap your ass cheeks back and forth.
If you offer to get like 3 or 4 rounds of drinks, then I think a guy can expect a second date for sure.
Like, I pay $500 on a first date. You better blow my dick.
oh my gosh. See, that's why, Rabbi, that's why nobody wants to blow your dick.
Oh, she's gonna slurp.
Why would you waste $500 on a girl like that?
Ooh.
Well, that's the point. I wouldn't.
Right, it'd be disappointing if the girl you just spent $500 on getting round after round and you really enjoy talking to would just like be that easy.
Oh, yeah. There's a girl on this app who was taken out by a guy and he spent $1,000 on a date with her and she didn't even suck his dick. I'm like, holy fuck.
Who,
If
Rico?
I pay $1,000, you're gonna subscribe to sucking my dick.
How do you spend $1,000 on a date, Randy?
Oh, he got her a lot of alcohol.
Well, that's his fault.
You know, if you're really a part of the escort game, it doesn't start until $1,400 an hour. That's when you're really dealing with some quality. Anything below $1,400 an hour, you're gonna deal with some problems.
It's your typical Starbucks where.
$400 on an escort. I'll literally rather pay $30 and get a hot check and put the remainder in Bitcoin. Don't you think that's a much smarter way?
That works better too, but both are still volatile.
It's every kind of cheese on your pizza, Yakko.
I'm just saying, like, if you pay more than $30 for you know, more than $30 not that much. Let's say $80. You really don't need to pay more than $80.
Are you in the U.S.? What are you getting in for $80? This must.
And I can't overlook that shit anymore. Like, it's like I don't deserve that, and I'm better than this. So it's just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm not gonna play those kind of games. I don't like playing games. I don't want to.
You're better than this. You still got an opinion about it.
Yeah, but that's just it. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I am very, very much into him. I still do have feelings for him, for sure. But it's not the same the way it was in the beginning. Where I'm just like, now I'm like, you're a liar. And that's it. Like, I just see you as a liar, and I don't believe that you're gonna, you know.
It's a kingly thing to be a liar. You're in love with a king.
I have no idea.
I'm just accurately diagnosing the situation.
Wait, are you the dude who does like the RFK impressions? That time. A lot of people listening don't know who RFK is. What were you guys saying?
We were talking about the vaccines and how you're all gonna die from getting the Pfizer return. Jenny, put up your hands.
He does a pretty good impression, but I have no idea what we're talking about before. But
It were just me and King were just talking about.
And I even fucked for free.
well, I mean, that's fine. That's fine.
You don't need to. The most
That's fine, but I'm just telling you the most attractive women in the world aren't freaking for free. You're giving up something, whether you're dealing with an escort or a real person who's not in that business. You're giving up something. You know, the more attractive a woman is, the harder.
She is giving up that ass. I ain't giving nothing. I'm just giving up.
No, you're giving up something.
My time.
It's either your time. Okay. Time. Yeah. Okay.
You make a good point, Yakov. But Yakov, don't you think it's possible to skip all the infantilizing and donations and charity and free dinners and etc. and just get straight to business?
Yeah, if you're that person for her. If you check all those boxes for that specific woman, yeah, you can skip all
I'm talking about Torah and Shabbos. Get your head out the gutter, Yakov. I'm talking about the Shekhinah.
Okay, the Shekinah is a feminine energy. Remember, all of those original first verses are the Hebrews in feminine. It's not in masculine. I think the first 5 verses of the Torah.
You're telling me it's feminist?
Huh?
It's feminist propaganda?
No, I'm just saying, like, the word tense is
word. Bereshit v'bara Elokim et hashamayim v'et haaretz.
Are you saying that's all masculine? I know some of that's feminine. Hashamayim, the waters, is goes over the water. That's the verse. Every word in there.
The word for God, Elokim, is masculine.
What do you want me to tell you? Please don't scroll.
Then you're not hard.
All hearted is crazy. Okay.
So Yakov, this is the room, and we're just wondering, how's your love life?
My love life. I am talking to a woman who is divorced with 2 children. She has really good mitos though. She teaches a Talmud class, which is really rare for a woman, and I think that's a high honor. But
What part of the country is that?
What do you mean?
Where is she teaching a Gemara class?
I believe she's from Ohio.
Do you have kids?
No.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Good luck with her.
Yeah. At this point, the women that come into my life are meant to be there. I believe she's related to one of your famous rabbis. I'm not sure which one. I don't know, but we're gonna see where it goes. This is a woman that we stopped before started again. Stopped before started again. She came up to my phone, and then so this is our 3rd go around. So we'll see how it goes. But other than her right now, I'm not talking to anyone. I was talking to the 3 sisters. I finally got them out of my life. I prayed to Hashem. I got them out of my life, and I'm keeping them out of my life because they were just it was just a problem for me for about 2 years. That was a huge problem for me.
So you're not Jewish, but you're into the Judaism?
Well, I've been converting for 9 years. Everybody knows my story. I've been converting for 9 years. I actually have a bris date at the end of July.
Oh, good for you.
So I'm not getting too excited about it. Hopefully it doesn't fall through. But
can you use anesthesia?
Huh?
Can you use anesthetics?
What do you mean?
Can you go to sleep while the bris happens?
I'm not worried about that because I'm already done. So they're just pricking the blood. So just a little blood. That'd be crazy if they wanted to do the whole thing. I'm like, yeah, guys, I'm out of here. No way. I would hate that. What if they made people? What if the prick wasn't an option?
That'd be some crazy shit, huh? That'd be some, people, I'd run back to Catholicism so fast. I'm sorry, dude. Like, yeah, y'all have it.
So you think that your background religion is BS?
What? You talking about the degree or what?
Catholicism.
Do I think Catholicism is BS?
Yeah.
Well, the argument for Catholicism, minus the Jesus stuff, if you take the Jesus stuff out of it, which he never wanted to be a religion anyway. That wasn't his goal. That was his disciples' goals. But like, if you take the Jesus stuff out of it, it's a strong fucking argument. It's probably one of the strongest religious arguments that we've seen in history, where Paul is saying you can reach salvation without the mitzvahs. Like that idea, it just changed the whole world. It's a very strong
But
argument.
I don't ever remember Paul saying that.
What do you mean? That was Paul's argument.
That you ain't got a mitzvah?
That's the whole argument of what Christianity is. You can reach salvation without doing any mitzvahs. Like, that's literally what it is.
So it's salvation through faith as opposed to salvation through action?
Right. So
I know, but you do realize that...
I talked to a lot of Jews about this, right? And I think, like, the argument in itself is interesting to think about, but it kind of like, Judaism without the mitzvahs isn't Judaism. So it's kind of like, it's interesting to think about. I mean, it is an idea that changed billions of people's lives, and for good or bad, however you look at that, but from a philosophy and a theological standpoint, it's a revolutionary argument. I don't agree with it. I think because action is what makes the Torah. It's not reading it. It's like actually doing the stuff. Which is why a lot of Jews get confused when I say my favorite Yom Tov is Pesach. Because it makes the most sense. The average Jew can't tell you what their favorite holiday is, even though we have 16 different holidays. Like, it's very hard to do, and it takes a lot of work to think through that. But I think the argument for Catholicism is very strong. Obviously, it's the number one religion today in the world. But I don't know. I don't see much credence in not taking action or even placing your affairs on somebody else, which is nuts. Because the Torah says don't even do that. It's clearly right there. So, I don't know. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me any longer. It hasn't in a long time. But, most of the world is still stuck on it. All right, guys. So, I race this app once a month. Tell me what this Clubhouse Plus is all about. What is coming on my screen? What is this Clubhouse Plus for $5 a month? And has anybody that you've talked to paid for it yet?
You guys disappear? What happened?
Okay, right quick. It's been fun chatting. Nethos, Dr. Australia. I'm going to bed. God bless you all and have a good night.